Good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is. I'm Angel Rivera alongside Miss Witchy Perfect and Alex Knight. And today is the Black Friday edition of Angel in the Afternoon after we all had a great Thanksgiving and eating a ton of food. And if you
I
don't
know, I'm
celebrate
still stuffed.
Thanksgiving,
Oop.
if you
Well,
don't
well listen,
celebrate Thanksgiving,
listen to Savvy Sap's advice to not spend on Black Friday to avoid your money
oh no,
issue.
Oh,
no,
trust
you
me, I
shouldn't.
haven't. I mean, I did spend a little bit on myself, but that was because I needed vitamins. I'm sorry.
No,
I just ordered
you
That's
shouldn't.
the essentials.
a few days ago. I ordered a new chair for my room. You should be able to.
Where are you gonna put it? You
Well,
gotta
well, I don't have
exercise
it
bike
set up
there.
right now, but I should have it set up here by Sunday when we're back on. So
You mean a
Okay.
new computer chair like I have, huh?
actually, yeah, it's a little similar to yours. Yeah.
Huh. Mine's a gaming one, actually.
Yeah. Well,
But I
mine's the
don't
office
game
one.
that much.
I think the office one. I think it's actually a bigger one. So I think.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
So yeah.
Oh, okay.
What's funny is I don't really game that much. I just like it because it can go back. I can sit and relax. Ah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's those things can be comfortable. So, yeah, if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you enjoyed yourselves anyways, because I'm sure food was aplenty. Even if you say Happy Indigenous Day instead, but
Happening Indigenous Day, or as I was seeing this on X. It was a day of mourning. That's what the Native Americans were, because again, remember, after the first Thanksgiving, supposedly, I don't even know if there was a real Thanksgiving or whatever. We slaughtered the Native Americans by the millions and had the Trail of Tears. So yeah, I'm not
yeah,
surprised that the Native Americans hate us, and pretty much want us off their land. Remember, it is their land, guys. So next time someone tells you, a white person tells you, "Oh, this is my land," you're not Native American. You didn't just appear here. Your
yeah.
ancestors came on a leaky fucking boat and literally killed Native Americans.
Well, I wouldn't
So,
be surprised if the Trump administration changed the name from Indians to Guardians.
I mean, they, for some reason, I saw a MAGA person say we should send the Native American. I don't know who it was. I don't remember who it was, but they were like, we should send the Native Americans back to their own lands. I went, okay, so when are you moving out? This is their land, you dumb motherfucker. This is their land. We took it. You are stupid.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the term Native Americans. What the?
Native American, you dumb motherfucker.
yep. So here we go.
Like, how
So,
stupid are these people? They are that stupid that they are brainwashed to think that white people were the first people here. No. I'm sorry, I had history class, and I do remember that we slaughtered the Native Americans. They do go, maybe they don't go over the Trail of Tears anymore, because I'm betting the kids in the audience are like, what? What's that? Trail of Tears, guys. That's where we literally lined up a bunch of Native Americans and literally committed a genocide against them.
Also, remember, Trump didn't know that Africans can speak really great English. So
I saw, but I did see something else.
oh,
I saw something really funny. I said,
so
I saw
different.
two things about Elon Musk. The first one was we should deport him back to South Africa. I agree with that. The second one was, if you could sit beside him, what would you ask him? The one person responded, "Why are you so stupid?" I was like, no, 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 no. First question I would ask him is, why are you a pedophile? Why do you like diddling kids? You
well,
idiot.
I would also ask him, why the fuck are you ruining everything on X?
Exactly. Why are you ruining everything? Piece of shit. Okay. Anyway, to the, oh Jesus, Pennsylvania, of course.
Well, this is the reason why I'm bringing this up first is because
I'm in
apparently,
Pennsylvania.
yeah, and it's in the Pittsburgh area too. So,
Well, it's all of Pennsylvania, so not just Pittsburgh.
Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania's power bills are going and up. Wait, Pennsylvania power bills going up December 1st. The increase is 800%. So, capacity price. I don't know exactly what this means. So I'm
That
not.
means
But the whole point
our
is,
bill will probably, our bills have been between
it said
$200 to $300 a month. So that means it's going to go up to probably $400 a month.
It says capacity price 2950 megawatt per day. New capacity 270.35 megawatts per day. As an 800% increase, and customers will pay $2.18 billion more. Pittsburgh News says it's due to the data centers in Pennsylvania, so power
That's
bill is
great. I
going
mean,
up.
we won't be able to have electricity much, so I don't know how much electricity we're going to be able to afford, and not even in the Pittsburgh area. But I'm telling you, they're going to do this all over Pennsylvania. It's not just
Yeah.
Pittsburgh.
There are two parts of your electric bills, the supply and the delivery charge. So power company delivery charge will go up 10%, and it'll go up around 6%. So your overall bill will go up by 3%. So there's a video here explaining it better than I could. So that was weird.
Ever.
The increases.
Why did that just do that? Sorry.
The power bill is going up, maybe 5 of the most dreaded words ever.
The increases are significant.
So there's a company that makes sure there's enough electricity in the grid to match demand.
Power plant owners basically have a price to say, okay, this is what we need to get paid to make sure that we're generating the electricity.
Bullshit!
that's
It's
needed.
to run your stupid AI
That has
plants,
gone
you
up.
The
fuckers.
company I just talked about, PJM, it does a capacity auction with the increase per megawatt day going from about $30 to more than $270. That's an 800% increase, with customers like us paying nearly $2.2 billion more.
Mhm.
There are two parts to your electric bill. There's the supply and the delivery charge.
This increase impacts the supply charge. Duquesne Lights will go up about 10%. West Penn's will go up about 6%.
Delivery rate is staying the same, so your overall bill will go up about 3%.
So why is this happening? Data centers, along with more connections, says First Energy's Chris Honig.
People have
Eh.
more devices, more
No,
TVs.
it's
You're plugging a
to
lot
support
more
the
stuff in.
there
AI
it is.
plants, you dumb
See, there it is.
motherfucker.
They're blaming
fuck
average
yourself.
Americans for the increasing electric. Well, there's more TVs, there's more computers than there were before, so we
My
have to
ass
increase
cheeks.
prices, right?
My
Bullshit.
ass cheeks.
By the way, Steph, you're already getting Wings comments.
What? I'm getting what?
Wings?
You're already getting Wings comments.
Oh, wait. Yeah, where are my wings, Fred? Come on.
Yeah, let's continue.
There are a lot of assistance programs that are available. Call your power provider.
Let our experts walk through everything with you and help.
Oh
find what
yeah.
you
So
lined up
trust the corporation to get you help that you need to pay your bill. Just call the power company.
They're over five.
Mm.
This is
That's not
literally
how
going to
that
be.
works.
It sounds to me like this is literally going to be like $1,000 bills. There's no fucking way anyone can support this. People are literally not going to have electricity. This is what I'm talking about. You will own nothing. You will be happy, and you will eat sea bugs, and you will not have anything. You will have nothing.
programs that are
There you go.
right for you.
There's also ways to help inside your house, like making your home more energy efficient.
Do everything you can to take control of your energy use and how much you're paying for electricity.
And hopefully not have to dread that bill as much.
There you go. The local newscaster voice.
Yeah,
Now-
make sure that you
now-
turn all your shit off. Make sure that you have absolutely nothing on. Make sure you turn down your heater. Make sure so that you fucking freeze to death. To make sure you don't have what we have, which is we have electric what we call, what is that? Central air. We have central air.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to turn off your heating so you freeze to death, and all your water pipes freeze over, so you have no water for the rest of the winter, and you have to pay for extreme high plumbing bills because you have to turn your fucking heater off. This is what I'm talking about. This is what these motherfuckers are doing. They don't care about you. They want you to freeze to death.
Angel, that account or the account you shared the tweet from, isn't that a Trump supporter account?
I think so, but they sometimes share some good stuff. So I like that.
But what
one,
I was
so
going to
that's why I
say
use
was
it.
he's posting that while the Trump administration's not doing anything about it. So
Why would they?
Well, yeah, it's true, but
if Kamala had won, I mean, it's both sides. It's bipartisan. They wouldn't have done anything, even if it was Kamala.
but I'm saying
But-
he's posting it. It's like, so how come the Trump administration hasn't done anything about it?
Oh, but they're going to send you, maybe they'll send you $2,000 in the mid-summer of 2026, and you'll have to pay fucking taxes on it. Because the last time they did this shit,
my stimulus checks?
the last time they did the stimulus, guess what? My taxes, I had to pay that shit back, and they were like, oh, well, only if you make 100,000 or more. Bullshit. It's if you make 100,000 or less, you dumb motherfucker.
That second, I think the second or third check was actually a loan, so you had to pay it back when you file your income tax. I do remember that. It's like, what?
And
it was a
fucked
loan?
A bunch of people over. I got less in taxes back.
Yeah, basically that's what happened. So
of course they want to fuck a bunch of poor people.
So don't be surprised if that $2,000, whatever that check is, from what was it, on the tariffs? Don't be surprised at another loan. That they do it at some point.
That's our fucking money anyway. Because we also have to pay the tariffs.
Yeah. So, as everybody knows, Fidel Castro, his anniversary of his death was like 3 days ago. So, I figured,
rest in peace.
This is one of his quotes: "Condemn me; it does not matter. History will absolve me."
I like how he got the cigar in the mouth. He just don't care. Mr. Joe Cool, man.
So far, history will absolve. It hasn't really happened yet. There's one day, I think, because as long as the Western countries control history, I don't know
he gave his
how
people
this is
free
happen.
healthcare and free education.
Yeah. So
we can't even do that. They don't want that. They don't want that for our kids. They want our kids stupid. Well, too bad. My son is smarter than all of you. So
that's communism.
Yeah, that's communism. If your poor kids are educated, go fuck yourself.
Speaking of which, Angel, I'll send you a tweet of the video Jimmy Dore discussing.
And hello to all my fans in the crowd who are paying attention. Suck a dick, everybody.
Let's see. That's good. So this is. Oops. Oh, was that me? Oh, no.
Computer making noises.
That was me.
Oh. Okay. Somebody's making noises. Computer is making noises.
Yeah.
This is a Fidel Castro video. He talks about. I'm sure there's more democracy. I'm sure there is more democracy in the United States. The most free man you can find in all America is a Cuban man.
I know, right?
Let's see this.
People in Miami, Americans, say that you started a revolution to bring in democracy, and you have not done so.
Do you believe that there is no democracy here? I am sure there is more democracy
than more freedom in Cuba than there ever
in
was.
The United States.
Because
here, what was a labor? What was a peasant? Was oppressed by authority, by owners of the lands. Now they organize their work. They organize their cooperatives. The most free men.
When I saw this video, it's the first time I ever heard him speak English. Like, wow, Castro was fluent in English. I mean, that's pretty good for somebody who, that's pretty good. Pretty damn good English.
The man you can find in all America is the Cuban man.
You are regarded in many quarters, Dr. Castro, as a communist. Is this true?
We have said that we are socialists.
Mr. Khrushchev says he is a socialist too.
But he says that he is going now to be communist because he is building the communist society, and we are building a socialistic society. That is before communism.
Do you regard yourself as a neutral in the Cold War, like India or Egypt? Or do you regard yourself as aligned with the communist powers?
Why are you thinking in war? I think that the best thing for peace is thinking in peace. I am with the peace.
He was peace.
He was trying. The reporter was trying to goad him into saying, "Oh yeah, I support the communists." I was like, "Why would you say that? I'm against that."
I'm against that. I want a socialist society. That's what he said, which is a step down, as he said, from communism.
Assad speaks really good English as well.
Yeah, I know.
Right. And look what they did to him.
Yeah.
But I mean, this was all to get him to say how bad communism or socialism is, when really socialism is where it's at, guys. We would have free healthcare. We would have everything we need to survive. And yet these people are literally, no, it has to be capitalism, you communist pig.
Yeah.
A couple things I want to ask. Angel, where did you get that download media pop up from? Was it from Chrome or for?
It's some kind of it's a extension here in my Brave browser.
Yeah. Do you know what is it called? I might have to.
X Media Downloader. That's the only one I have here. So
Okay.
And that comes with
Yeah.
Brave and antivirus.
And the other thing, I sent you the video, the Jimmy Dore video. I told you so.
Okay. I do have to acknowledge a $10 donation from Kieran. Thank you very much for the help.
Yay, Kieran!
Yeah. So I wanted to acknowledge that before I
Hi,
forget.
driving me, Macy.
Thank you. I mean, we can use every support. So yeah, Fidel warned us consumerism will destroy the planet. Fidel Castro died on this day in 2016. So it's just there's English subtitles here, but I'm sure you guys could read it.
Porque ¿qué ha resuelto el capitalismo? No ha resuelto ningún problema. Ha saqueado el mundo, ha dejado toda esta pobreza, ha creado estilos de vida y modelos de consumo que son incompatibles con las realidades. Han envenenado las aguas, los mares. Quiero decir, los ríos, los lagos, los mares, la atmósfera, la tierra. Han creado el despilfarro más increíble. Y yo siempre cito un ejemplo. Imagínate que cada chino tuviera un automóvil o quisiera tener un automóvil. Cada uno de los 1.100 millones de chinos.
China.
O que cada uno de los indios, que son alrededor de 800 millones, quisiera tener un automóvil y este método, este estilo de vida. Y que África hiciera lo mismo. Y que casi 450 millones de latinoamericanos hicieran lo mismo. ¿Cuánto duraría el petróleo? ¿Cuánto duraría el gas? ¿Cuánto durarían los recursos naturales? ¿Qué quedaría de la capa de ozono? ¿Qué quedaría del oxígeno sobre la Tierra? ¿Qué pasaría con el dióxido de carbono? Y todos estos fenómenos que están cambiando la ecología del mundo, están cambiando la Tierra, están haciendo cada vez más difícil la vida en nuestro planeta. ¿Es que el capitalismo acaso le ha dado al mundo un modelo de vida, un modelo de sociedad? No debiéramos pensar en cosas más racionales, como sería la educación de toda la población, la alimentación, la salud, una vivienda decorosa, una cultura elevada. ¿Acaso el capitalismo nos ha, con sus leyes ciegas, su egoísmo como principio, nos ha dado a nosotros un modelo, nos ha enseñado un camino?
No, he's absolutely correct there.
Everything is
capitalism. Capitalism is based on rich versus poor, and we have so many people in poverty. We have so many people that are literally starving, who didn't have food on, Indigenous People Day or Thanksgiving, whatever you celebrate. There's a lot of people out there right now who are homeless. I talked to a homeless guy on, I don't know if he's really homeless or not, but I talked to him on YouTube, and even though he was homeless, he seemed very happy. Okay, great. I'm glad that hasn't, deterred you, but no one should be without a home. No one should be without food for this coming winter, because you will starve to death. You will freeze to death. People in Pittsburgh are going to have to turn their fucking heaters off. If you have central air, you can't even have it on all the time, because I'm guarantee you're going to have over $1,000 electric bills, and nobody, I'm telling you, nobody, even if you are, middle class still, upper middle class, even the upper middle class are going to be bitching about those high electric bills.
Oh yeah.
Angel, the video I sent, I didn't message you about it. I posted tagged you.
Oh, okay, I'll look at it.
Last time.
Brave is great. I got like 2,000 BAT. Yeah, I mean, I got. Hold on, let me see this. I'm not sure you can see this, but
yeah, we can see it.
So I got about 2,000 BAT, 26936, which is 73 cents US, but that's like it. So yeah, I like this browser. Ever since I saw like Brave, like, you know what? I'm gonna use it because it's probably the best one out there in my opinion. So
They
let's go
also
back
don't
to
they
the
also have an antivirus that is Brave?
yeah
Okay.
yeah.
I've
It's
seen
connected
a
to the
couple of
browser.
customers have that, and they were ramping and raving about it. I don't know anything about it. I use Malwarebytes, and that's pretty
Uh-huh.
good for me. You don't have to pay for it if you don't want to, but
Uh-huh.
if Brave does the job and keeps you, from getting malware and stuff, I'd say use it.
Steph, I just wanted to let you know. I know you don't watch baseball, but I know you're a Pirates fan, or you root for the Pirates. I'm sure. I don't know if you heard, but Paul Skeens won the NL Cy Young Award a few weeks ago. So just thought.
Right.
I did not hear about that, but I'm getting to the point where all sports, because you can bet on all sports, is all just professional wrestling.
Well, most likely, but still, I like we gotta enjoy it something.
You got to distract us for the fact we don't have homes or we have high electric bills, right?
This is one more video. Castro talks about more about capitalism and why it's bad and stuff.
Not communism.
Yeah.
¿Cuál es la causa de la pobreza, del desempleo, de las drogas, de la discriminación del indio, de la discriminación del negro, de la discriminación de la mujer, de la discriminación de las minorías? ¿Dónde está la causa de todo eso? De la pobreza, del hambre, del desempleo, de la carencia de recursos elementales. No hay que descubrir nada. Todo el mundo sabe que el capitalismo es la causa de todo eso.
Yep.
Todo el mundo sabe que el colonialismo y el imperialismo es la causa de todo eso. ¿Y cómo va a venir con ese dulce disfrazado, con esa teoría disfrazada de dulce, a convencer a millones, a cientos de millones de hombres y mujeres en este hemisferio, que en tanto exista la explotación capitalista, y en tanto exista el neocolonialismo, y en tanto exista el imperialismo, esos fenómenos pueden desaparecer? Es un engaño colosal, increíble. Y así se trata a nuestro pueblo, de verdad que es tratarlo con absoluto desprecio. Pero ¿qué hay detrás de todo esto? Es el imperio reordenando el mundo, es el imperio reordenando la economía mundial y la economía regional, es el imperio convirtiendo en policía a los ejércitos, es el imperio tratando de destruir los mecanismos de defensa, es el imperio tratando de instituir a nivel continental la enmienda Platt. Y hay muchos gobiernos latinoamericanos de los que estaban allí que tienen conciencia plena de los peligros que significa toda esta política, y además tienen conciencia plena de las veces que ha sido engañado este hemisferio, de las veces que han sido engañados nuestros pueblos.
I mean, he's speaking truth to power here, and that's why they wanted to kill him.
That's why they hated him. Yeah.
That's why they hated him. They wanted to kill him.
Well, Angel, before you move on to the next segment, play that video.
Yeah. All right, let me. This is the video that we were referring to here. Let me see.
Because that guy's a communist. What is it? What do you even mean by a communist? They'll tell you anybody who's for Social Security is a communist. They'll tell you anybody who's for Medicare is a communist. Anybody who likes public schools is a communist.
Mm-hmm.
That they'll tell you that. Anybody who likes subsidies to buy healthcare, they're communists. Anybody who's for unions, they're communists. So they don't even know what communist means.
They just think it means.
And they call people in Denmark, in Sweden, in Norway, they're communists because they have a strong social safety net.
Right, it just means public.
And that nobody falls through that safety net. They don't have homeless people.
We shouldn't either.
They have highly educated people. In fact, they have the happiest people in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Live under it's called socialism. It's called social democracy. It's not socialism. It's not a planned economy. They have capitalism. They just have a strong safety net, and they call that communist. And they call it socialist and communist, and then they conflate those two things together, and they say, see, if you're for Social Security or health care or for not having homeless people, you're a communist, which means you're like Hitler, I guess. So they just throw that term around.
Well, Hitler hated communism and socialism.
Yeah.
And if they deem you a communist, like you give your people health care, you give your people housing, you make sure your people have education, you're a communist, and then we can come in and overthrow you. and steal your natural resources. It's the farthest thing from conservatism that there is.
There you go. They
Accord, Lord, what the fuck do you mean by skinny gore? I don't. What does that mean?
Who's Skinny Gore?
He's referring to Jimmy Gore as skinny gore. I don't know
Oh.
what the fuck does that mean.
All right, so I got.
And also, just for anyone who keeps saying that Jimmy Dore is a Trump supporter conservative, does that video answer your question? Does that video convince you now, guys? Does that video convince you now?
I plead the fifth. That's what I'm going to say. I plead the fifth. But no, he was absolutely correct there. If you, because the rich people, day in and day out say, well, you shouldn't rely on social security because that's bad. That's bad. If you want, grandma should just die. She should just die like the fucking poor person she is. What they don't understand is that, of course, rich people are going to say this because they don't want you to own anything. They don't want you to have Social Security. When we all are like 67, you have to be 67 now. Even women have to be 67 years old to get fucking Social Security. They won't have it. They're going to give it to their fucking clown criminal friends on Wall Street because they don't want grandma and grandpa to survive. They don't care about your grandma. They don't care about you. They want you to own nothing, be happy, and be subsidiary and servant to them.
Yeah, so
another one. Jeff Bezos, fucking pedophile, and he is almost the richest man. Elon Musk is the richest man in the world. Do you see Elon Musk trying to help Social Security? No.
I think so, yeah. But the whole point of this story is from Mint Press News. Alan McLeod wrote it a few days ago. The 7 richest billionaires are all media barons. So now, the most recent example of that.
Didn't Mint Press News steal some articles from indie left media or indie
I don't know about that. Maybe, but this is a good article, but I don't know exactly about that. Indy would probably know more about that I'm not really paying much attention to that. I don't remember basically what I'm trying to say. Maybe, but I'm not gonna condemn them without knowing for sure. But yeah, I mean the whole point, and now the most recent example of that is Larry Ellison. He recently bought CBS.
Yep.
Paramount, which owns CBS.
That's Think
that's
about
when he
this.
brought in.
Obama literally passed a bill that said you could propagandize your own people. We have people who literally don't know what communism and socialism means. They just think it's bad. Oh, it's bad. But remember, when you have no house, no health care, you have no Social Security, you have nothing, but that's freedom. And that's freedom. Freedom, baby. You don't even know what the fucking hell that is.
Yeah, so Larry Ellison bought Paramount, which owned CBS, and he put Barry Weiss in charge of the news division at CBS. So now, forget about any anti-Zionist coming out of CBS, even though it never happened. But now, it's definitely not going to happen now. Now he's trying to buy Warner Brothers Discovery, which includes CNN. And
includes...
don't forget, Barry Weiss was responsible. Barry Weiss was responsible for that... I think it was that Palestinian reporter getting killed. I don't remember his name 2 years ago.
Yeah, she's a victim. Go fuck yourself.
And she's a toady.
So Trump loyalist and CIA contractor Larry Ellison's purchase of CNN appears imminent and marks the latest venture into media for the world's second richest individual. But Ellison is not alone. Indeed, the world's seven richest individuals are now powerful media barons, controlling what the world sees, reads, hears, marking a new chapter in oligarchical control over society and striking another blow at free, independent press and diversity of opinion.
That's right. And again, Obama passed a bill that you can propagandize your own people. They have people out there who literally believe that they have more freedom than someone in Havana, Cuba.
Yeah, here's another thing, though.
They can torture some folks, too.
And they can torture
torture some folks. But yeah, I mean, also, the CIA has been propagandizing us for decades. Their stories, even long before Obama made it official, they've been doing it. I think I have videos where the former agents talk with former agents. They talk about how they would hire certain news people and pay them money to write fake stories and stuff and to push a
We
certain
that 1982
yeah.
that video came out.
Yeah, long before Obama made it official that you can propagandize the American people. They've been doing it for decades. So Obama just made
Right.
it streamlined. It's like, yep, here, you can do it now legally.
But
Like,
notice how nobody saw that video in 1982, but they see it now. Like some of us has seen it, right? Most of us
Yeah.
have seen it. If we're not a part of the right or the left, we're kind of independent. And that even that word is getting, bastardized right now. But
yeah.
what's funny is that was 4 years before you and I, Angel, were born.
Yeah.
That came
Yeah,
out
in
4 years
82.
before we were born in 82. And
People were
literally,
trying to tell us.
and people
but
were trying to tell us the whole time, hey, they're propagandizing you. You guys
Yep.
don't have freedom. You think you have freedom, just like George Carlin said. It's the idea that you have freedom, but they are temporary privileges, and they can be taken away from you at a drop of a hat.
Media
Also,
monopoly.
isn't he like 80 something years old, if I'm correct?
Yeah. His son,
isn't.
His son David, I think, is really I mean, technically, David Ellison, his son, I believe his name is in control of
Okay,
most of the companies,
CBS.
yeah.
So Ellison, who's 80 years old, he's the one that looks much younger than 80, right? I'm correct.
I think so,
probably he drinks the blood of virgins. I don't know.
I was gonna say, how the fuck does he look much younger than 80? It's just...
He probably drinks the blood of virgins. They always have plastic surgery, dude.
Plastic surgery.
They'll do anything. Literally, these people will do anything to stay young. They will get plastic surgery. Look at Cher. Cher's face. I'm surprised her face hasn't caved in from how many surgeries Cher's had.
I'm all for wanting to look younger. That's fine, but just don't ruin your lips or your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why women want plump lips. That blows my mind. I'm like, why do you want lips out to here?
I don't know.
Especially that former Fox host Kimberly
Guilfoyle.
She's just a fucking pedophile slut anyway.
She looked much better. I don't know why she had to hurt herself. That made sense.
I came across something about her. She's now the ambassador from the U.S. to Poland, I believe.
Oh boy!
Trump made her an ambassador. Yeah, I saw that yesterday. There was controversy because she dressed scantily clad, and a lot of ambassadors were like upset about that. The other ambassadors.
She is a major slut. She literally went in front of the world during the last time, and literally had an orgasm on stage.
Yeah. It's like, Donald Trump will make America
Donald Trump, I just came. It's like, dude, get the fuck on the stage.
She's a diplomat.
She's a hoe.
She's definitely a hoe.
She was engaged to Gavin Newsom. She was engaged to Trump Jr. Or no, she was married to Gavin Newsom and engaged to Trump Jr. Yeah, Donald Trump Jr.
And that is her only claim to fame. She has never worked a full-time job in her fucking life. All she did was sleep around with a bunch of rich guys.
But they accused Bernie Sanders of not having a job before going to.
Well, Kimberly Guilfoyle was on Fox News for like a little bit, for like a temporary
she's
run.
like Kim Kardashian. All Kim Kardashian's claim to fame is that she fucked a bunch of rich guys. Well, shit, I can do that shit.
Did you see the viral video of Kim Kardashian crying?
I have morals.
She failed. She couldn't pass the bar.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
I read a funny comment with the gift saying, "Get your fucking ass up and work with the Kim Kardashian."
Yeah, go get a fucking 9-to-5 job, Kim Guilfoyle, or whatever the fucking hell your name is.
Paramount,
you fucking slut.
So, Paramount Skydance and Ellison owned companies and pole. I think he means sole position to purchase Warner Brother Discovery, a conglomerate
Maybe he was thinking about poles and sucking dick. I don't know.
I don't know, because it should be sole, not pole. But a conglomerate that controls gigantic film and television studios, streaming services like HBO Max, Discovery Plus, franchises like DC Comics, and the TV networks such as HBO, TNT, Discovery Channel, TLC, Food Network, and CNN. This lead is largely due to Ellison's proximity to President Trump, who will ultimately have to sign off on such a deal. So here's this part. Ellison has already spoken to senior White House officials about axing CNN hosts and content that Trump is said to dislike, including anchors Aaron Burnett and Brianna Kellner, which are really anti-Trump. And of course, so Ellison's telling Trump, well, don't worry, I'm going to fire these bitches that hate you. So They're
Well,
gone as
first
soon
of
as I
all,
buy
no
this
one's
company.
anti-Trump. They all suck the dick of Donald Trump. First of all. Second of
Said
all,
another one just in time.
yeah, just in time. That's right. I aim to please my audience. No, I mean it's true. Like, am I supposed to feel sorry because Erin Burnett sucked a lot of dick to get to where she is? No, I don't give a fuck. Get out of here. Brianna Keller or Kate Keelar or whatever the fucking hell her name is.
Kellner, yeah, Brianna
You know, she
Kellner.
sucked a lot of dick to get to where she is. Megyn Kelly sucked a lot of dick to get to where she is.
Well, she's a pedophile too. I mean, listen to recent comments about, you know,
everybody on Fox News who is literally on Fox News and has a show literally sucked a lot of dick to get that show. That's one of the, you know, you have to do it. That's one of the requirements.
This willingness to completely reorient the network's political direction that has made him, the White House, the preferred purchaser of Warner Brothers Discovery. He is reportedly so wealthy that he can afford to pay in cash, which makes it easy for WBD.
Which should not
to
be
sell.
happening. There are people who are starving and homeless, and yet we have someone who can literally pay for in cash for anything he fucking wants in the whole fucking goddamn world.
Warner Brothers.
That's what's wrong with this country, people.
I read off a bunch of the entities in Warner Brothers Discovery. That's not even all of them. Those are the ones that he listed. There's so much more. Such
Didn't
a
you
gigantic
say that
corporation.
if they do buy Warner Brothers or somebody buys Warner Brothers, AEW is pretty much done?
The only reason why AEW, I said that I've said that, other people said that. The only reason why that's true is because the CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery, I forget his name right now. He's the one. Yeah, he's the one protecting AEW. But once it's sold, it's a matter. I guarantee you, Larry Ellison's not going to keep professional wrestling around.
Yeah, they don't even know what it is. It's not like Ted Turner, who, by the way, Ted Turner is also a eugenics person who thinks that poor people are literally scum of the earth. I'm surprised he kept professional wrestling around. He kind of liked it. That's why he had it. He kind of liked it. He liked WCW.
Ted Turner liked wrestling, and he was loyal to wrestling because it helped build TBS back in the 80s when he had Georgia Championship Wrestling on there. And so he was loyal to wrestling, even though, and he was a fan too.
He was a big fan. He just thought that, you know, poor people sucked. And he still thinks that. He's still a eugenics guy.
Ellison, whose net worth stands at a staggering $278 billion, has been on the media spending spree as of late. Earlier this year,
$270 billion. Ooh. Tell me.
Earlier this year, he provided the funds for Skydance to purchase Paramount Global, another gigantic conglomerate that controls such products as CBS, BET, MTV, Comedy Central, Nickelodeon, Paramount Streaming, and Showtime. Lost my voice there. Sorry.
Try that again with full voice this time. Come on, I gotta bust your chops. That was funny when I busted your chops.
As long as you're not like what's his name, Ken Dixie or whatever his name is, that scientist guy who kept choking up when he was on Fox News. He had trouble saying.
Remember
words.
that? You remember the guy that come on shit balls? God damn motherfucker! Like right before they were about to go on air, everybody got all pissed off.
The weather guy.
I remember. Yeah.
So
Jesus fucking Christ, we're all adults.
Another gigantic conglomerate that controls such products as CBS, BET, MTV, Comedy Central, Nickelodeon, Paramount Streaming, and Showtime.
Oh man, my son watches Nickelodeon. Damn it!
And now it's owned by Larry Ellison.
Fuck.
Or technically, that company, Skydance, is owned by David Ellison, his son. But yeah, I mean, it's still Larry. Come on, Larry.
Back in the day, back in the 90s, Nickelodeon actually had really good shows on. Okay, so they had I was showing my man this. They had the Legends of the Hidden Temple, which I used to watch, and I wanted to be on that show so fucking bad. You don't even know. I'm screaming at the TV. You're going the wrong way, stupid. Global Guts. They used to have Arthur and Rocco's Modern Life and all these really great cartoons. Now they have nothing but shit on it.
Yep, so immediately upon being appointed CEO of CBS News, Larry's son, David, began drastically reorienting the network's political outlook, firing staff, pushing it to become pro-Trump, and appointing self-described Zionist fanatic Barry Weiss as his editor.
Take the quotes out. She is a Zionist fanatic.
You're correct.
Well,
sir.
I think Alan is quoting Barry Weiss calling herself a Zionist fanatic.
Oh, they all suck the dick of Israel. Trust me.
The Ellison family, however, is far from finished. In September, President Trump signed an executive order approving a proposal to force the sale of social media platform TikTok to an American consortium led by Ellison-owned tech company Oracle. So Larry Ellison also owns TikTok now, basically. So, and of course, all the anti-Zionist stuff on TikTok is being banned left and right. So
Yeah, and
Of course.
there's a Zionist who owns OnlyFans as well.
Right.
yeah,
Accord, what I meant was they had better shows. Now, I know that kids, when you did the Nickelodeon stuff, I know those kids were actually abused. I get that
yeah,
because it was Hollywood back then. But I didn't know that when I was a kid back in the 90s watching that stuff. And I wanted to be on the Legends of the Hidden Temple and Global Guts too. I wanted to climb that rock
I love those shows
and get the
growing
thing,
up.
right? Get that thing and raise it and be
What was
like,
that show on Nickelodeon? Whataburger or whatever that show's called?
What?
Whataburger.
Welcome to Whataburger. You know that show.
Oh, Good Burger?
Oh, Good Burger. That's what it's called? Good Burger?
Oh.
Yeah. Welcome to Good
Animaniacs.
Burger, home of the
I
Good
liked
Burger. Can I get
Animaniacs,
you
right?
up?
You never heard of that show, Steph?
DuckTales? No.
Really? You never heard of Good Burger? Really?
No, Good Burger. Is that recent or is that,
No,
was that
that
back
was
in the
a long time
90s?
ago.
Yeah, that was like 20 years ago, those films.
Oh, well, I'm talking 30 years ago almost.
Under the planned arrangement, Oracle will oversee the platform's security and operations, giving the world's second richest man effective control over the platform that more than 60% of Americans under the age of 30 use for news and entertainment.
Right? Where in the world is Common San Diego? I watch that all the time.
Oh,
I want to be on there.
Yeah,
no,
I
I
love
wanted Legends of the Hidden Temple, man. That was my game. Okay, that was my game show right there. I knew that temple by heart. I was like, "You're going the wrong fucking way."
Trump himself stated that he was extremely pleased that Oracle will be controlling the platform. It's owned by Americans.
Oracle, yeah, I used to
by very
work for Sun
sophisticated
Microsystems that was
Americans.
taken over by Oracle. Back in the day, way back in the day.
Yep.
Almost 20 years ago. 2006, I worked for, it was EDS and third party through Sun Microsystems. And then Sun got taken over by Oracle and EDS got taken over by HP.
The Ellison family's sudden venture into the realm of media communications has shocked many, with senior media figures sounding the alarm. Longtime CBS anchor Dan Rather warned that we all have to be conquered about the consolidation. We all have to be concerned about the consolidation of huge billionaires getting out of control in nearly all of our major news outlets.
Yeah, because now they can do whatever the hell they want. They can report on anything. I like Doug. Did anyone see Doug?
Yeah, I like Doug too.
I like Doug too.
It is particularly tough time for anybody working at CBS News.
Every time I think of Cat Dog, I always think of that thing.
Citing pressure to change coverage to be more pro-Trump. I think if the Ellisons were to buy CNN, it would change CNN forever, and it might be another very serious wound to CBS News. Rather is correct. No other period in history has seen such rapid and overwhelming buy-up of our means of communication by the billionaire class. A fact that raises many tough questions about freedom of speech and diversity of opinion. Today, the world's 7 richest individuals are all major media barons, giving them extraordinary control over a media and public square, allowing them to set agendas, suppress forms of speech that they do not approve of.
You mean Duckweed Duck, which is another one I used to watch?
Criticisms of them and their holdings, the economic system we live under, and the actions of the United States and Israeli governments. So...
I used to watch that and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the 80s because I was a big Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan. DuckTales. I have the movie and I know the movie by heart because the evil magician or whatever, that is Christopher Lloyd's voice. So Christopher Lloyd did the bad guy in DuckTales, the movie.
I remember for Rugrats, they released a soundtrack where the Rugrats characters would cover the songs. Like, for example, the song One Way or Another.
Yeah.
Who was that character? What was that bully girl character's name again? I forget.
Angelica?
Angelica.
That was her name, Angelica. Yeah. Yeah, she would sing One Way or Another, but not in a normal voice, but we'd give it like, one way or another. You know that.
Sitting...
Hey, because of Doug, I found out what getting your ears lowered means. It means you get a haircut. because like Doug is like, his ears go down here. He's like, what? Lowered my ears, and it just means you get a haircut. You got.
I think my favorite Nickelodeon show was that. What was it? That game show, the slime, whatever that was called.
Oh, I don't know if that was Double Dare.
Double Dare.
If it was Double Dare?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you had to like reach up into that nose and pull the flag out. I'm like,
Double Dare.
Mm-hmm. Wait, it was the show I'm thinking of. I think it was if you got an answer wrong, the slime would come down on you.
Right. But there was like an obstacle course that you had to do too.
Yeah, that too. So let's get to our favorite billionaire, not Elon Musk. Sitting on a fortune of over 480 billion, Elon Musk is the wealthiest person in the world, and is projected within the next decade to become the planet's first trillionaire.
Yep.
In 2022,
wealthiest pedophile, number one pedophile.
Yep. And 2022, Musk purchased Twitter in a deal worth around $44 billion.
Which you probably paid cash for.
The South African, I think he took out a bunch of loans. I remember because they were talking about how much loans he had to take out because he didn't feel like putting his own money in.
Elon Musk, the Trump administration, not too long ago, they got rid of Doge or something.
Yeah, that's gone. Yeah. Elon Musk kind of abandoned it anyway. He kind of abandoned and disappeared. So it's like
because he's a
the South African-born tech magnate quickly set about turning the platform into a vehicle for advancing.
I guess their feud was over
politics.
With, right? It was all professional wrestling.
In 2024, he was a key figure promoting an attempt to topple Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, spreading misinformation about the country's election and even threatening Maduro with
They're
a future.
still doing that. I mean, Trump was on TV today saying, I'm going to have people on land. Mm-hmm. We're going to attack Venezuela on the land.
We're going to get to that a little later, in fact, because I did see that breaking news right before we went on air. He's also very publicly rewritten his generative AI chatbot, Grok, on multiple occasions to produce more conservative responses to users. One result of this is that Grok began to praise Adolf Hitler. I remember that.
Fine.
And they had to take it down and kind of rework him again after he started praising Hitler.
Well, Elon Musk really liked Hitler because he is a number one pedophile. I agree with you, Accord. And he went like this, and we were, he's just autistic, honey. My son is on the spectrum, and trust me, my son has never done that.
Musk overtook Jeff Bezos last year to become the world's richest man. And like Musk, the Amazon founder and CEO has made several moves into the world of media. In 2013, he bought the Washington Post for $250 million and quickly began exerting his influence on the paper, firing anti-establishment writers, hiring pro-war columnists. This came just months after he bought a minority stake in Business Insider, now rebranded to Insider. So there was I remember liberals melted down about Jeff Bezos during the election last year because he pulled the Kamala Harris endorsement from the editorial board the last second, like week before the election, and they were pissed about that. Like having the Washington Post endorsement would have made a difference to Kamala Harris. She was losing no matter what. So what difference does that make? Why are you so angry about that? 1 year later, in 2014, Amazon paid nearly $1 billion to purchase Twitch, a streaming platform that hosts around 7 million monthly broadcasters. Amazon also owns a wide range of other media ventures, including the studio MGM, audiobook platform Audible, and a movie database website IMDb.
That's why I have an Audible account, but it's through Amazon. But I mean, I pay like $16 for it, maybe less. I'm not sure. But if you want to read Bret Hart's book, Bret Hitman, I think it's Bret Hitman. Now on Audible.
French billionaire Bernard Arnault, meanwhile, has been buying up large swaths of his country's media outlets. The chairman of luxury conglomerate Louis Vuitton, Moet Hennessy, and the world's seventh richest man, now sits on a media empire that includes daily newspapers such as La Parisien and Les Échos, magazines such as Paris Match and Challenges, as well as Radio Classique. I butchered those words.
That's okay. Classique. It's French.
Yeah. The remaining three
Viva la
individuals
France.
rounding out the top 7 lists all owe their wealth primarily to their media empires. Google co-founders Sergey Brin and Larry Page are collectively worth over $500 billion. Google has become the most dominant force in today's high-tech economy and is also a major player in social media, having bought YouTube in 2006 for $1.65 billion. 35% of Americans use the video platform as a primary source of news.
Well, I hope you would, and hit the thumbs up and please like and share so that the independent people like us can continue to spout our shit, right? No, but yes, please like and share and subscribe, and keep giving those donations. Thank you.
Yeah.
I just want to say real quick that the fact that literally these people are buying up all this shit, and I mean, YouTube you could actually on YouTube. I know you could actually have music as you did something. Like you could have an intro with copyrighted music because hey, that was okay. You were using it for your own purposes, even though it was copyrighted music. But now you have to take it all fucking out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And don't you dare even think about showing clips of wrestling or showing clips of this or showing clips of that, because they will copyright it and send you on your merry way.
I usually buy albums from Bandcamp.
And I remember. Anyone ever see the comedy special they used to have called "Salute Your Shorts"?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I
used to love that damn show.
Yeah. Mark Zuckerberg owes his $203 billion fortune to the social media and tech ventures, including Facebook.
I am so glad I'm not on Facebook. I am never going back to Facebook. Never.
Yeah,
I used to.
They want your face now. They want your face. If you make a new account on Facebook, I know they want your face now. Nope.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Like YouTube, Zuckerberg's companies are major players in the modern news landscape, with 38%, 20%, and 5% of Americans relying on Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp for their news and views.
Did any of you see a Social Network?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yes. That's the movie. Yeah, that was the movie based on Mark Zuckerberg in the early days of Facebook.
I saw the is it Titans of Silicon Valley or something? It was about the Apple guy and Bill Gates, the pedophile.
Yeah, it's Steve Jobs, you mean?
Yeah, Steve Jobs and how the biggest pedophile in the world, Gates, also Gates.
I saw the Steve Jobs movie with Michael Fassbender or whatever his name is.
Oh no, I never saw that. It was like Tycoons of Silicon Valley.
That's actually
that movie I saw. It was boring. It was too
they made us watch it when I went to school for computers. They made us watch that fucking movie. I'm like, why? I don't give a fuck about Steve Jobs or about fucking Bill Gates, who's a fucking pedophile. I don't give a fuck about them.
That Steve Jobs movie I saw. It was boring. It was
Michael Fassbender. It felt like more one of those. That film felt more like a movie that was fishing for like an Oscar. One of those movies where, they saw great acting, dramatic acting, but it's kind of boring. So
Steve Jobs was a piece of shit. He literally got a girl pregnant and then refused to admit that it was his kid.
He left her. His daughter and that mother was on food stamps, and the guy's like a multi-billionaire.
Yeah, he's a multi-billionaire. He's a fucking piece of shit. So is Bill Gates.
Let's see. So, Trump threatened Zuckerberg for the rest of his life, and he did anything to cheat him out of his 2024 presidential election victory. So basically, Trump was. I remember this. He's like, "Hey, you screw me in 2024, you're in trouble, Zuckerberg." So it's like. That's why Zuckerberg bent the knee to Trump.
GTA has a funny parody of Facebook called Life Invader.
Life Invader, yeah. Meanwhile, Bezos pursued similar measures to the Washington Post, announcing the newspaper would no longer publish opinions skeptical of capitalism. We will be going to... when's the Washington Post ever published a piece skeptical of capitalism? I've never seen that, even before Bezos took over.
I have.
We are going to be writing every day in support of defense of the two pillars, personal liberties and free markets, Bezos wrote.
You don't give a fuck about that, Bezos.
noting that readers wishing to see an
Free
alternative
markets.
viewpoint can find them on the internet. So basically, Bezos is like, yeah, Washington Post, we're doing pro-capitalist propaganda all day long here.
Yeah.
If you want to do something, want to see something else, go on the internet. So like, okay, that's what people have been doing, because Washington Post has been losing readers and subscribers every year since he took over. So
Another pedophile. That's Jeff Bezos.
decision was solely based on major shakeup, provoked public opposition. Go ahead.
Sorry, can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
I saw a documentary that was so far up Gates's ass. They literally had people saying in this documentary that he started windows in his garage, and he was a poor person. He was a poor person living in a garage, and he developed windows in a garage. Can you imagine how much fucking propaganda you have to believe Bill Gates, who was born rich, literally had no money to his name and started windows in his garage? Are you fucking kidding me?
That's the reason why he's able to start Windows, because his parents were supporting his entrepreneurial attempts with Microsoft.
Right.
And by the way, Windows, Bill Gates stole Windows from Steve Jobs.
From Steve Jobs, right? Because Steve Jobs created what he called Lisa, which was a early Apple PC based on his daughter, the daughter that he left.
Yeah.
Bill Gates saw it one time, and then he decided he wanted something his own. He wanted to get away from Steve Jobs.
Bill Gates' mom from IBM. She gave him $1,000 in the 80s.
By the way, Angel, I'm sure you know that guy, Crystal Avalos. You know, the guy who only posts Trump's videos on his.
Oh yeah, I've seen.
Remember, he also writes with the Washington Post. So. Yeah. The fake progressive who claimed to be a Bernie supporter, he works.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Oh well, that just means they're pedophiles.
The move was quite a reversal for Bezos, who had once called Trump a threat to democracy. Yet by January 2025, he was sitting with Zuckerberg, Musk, and Arnold in prominent positions behind Trump at his inauguration. Considering the nationality,
Bill Gates is also eugenics guy, and so is his parents. His parents think
French billionaire.
His dad was a part of a eugenics Nazi regime that literally thought that poor people were so inferior that they have equivalently seen us as cockroaches that need to be exterminated. Bill Gates is bad.
Due to the relationship with the Trumps, the Arnault family had become unofficial intermediaries between the French and the U.S. governments. They were hosted by the Trumps in Mar-a-Lago in 2023, and during the escalating trade war earlier this year, Bernard visited the White House to dampen down tensions between the U.S. and France. So here's the thing. A lot of these billionaire magnates that are buying up all these media companies, they all work either for the CIA, to get money from the CIA, or the Pentagon, or both. Mm-hmm. Like Larry Ellison, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos too, as we're going to read here in a moment.
They're all pedophiles too. They all knew who Jeffrey Epstein was.
A key factor in the rise of all the world's 7 richest billionaires is their proximity to the U.S. national security state, with many of their companies growing wealthy in part due to feeding for the troth Pentagon contracts. In other words, they all became rich because of taxpayer money. Today's wars and espionage rely as much on high-tech computing equipment as tanks and guns. In 2022, the Defense Department awarded Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and Oracle a $9 billion cloud computing contract. And Bezos has enjoyed a long, close relationship with the CIA, having signed a $600 million contract with the agency in 2014. Yet both Google and Musk aerospace company SpaceX has been intertwined with Langley since their inception. So again, that's Bezos, that's Musk, that's Bezos, Musk, and Ellison are all tied in with the CIA or DOD.
Yeah, they're all CIA. They're all pedophiles. They literally all knew who Jeffrey Epstein was. They're all in this together, guys, and they're all eugenics guys. Elon Musk is a eugenics guy. He thinks that poor people should be wiped from the map. Oh, yeah. Ironically, he also wanted to get these bitches that are literally baby mamas. He wanted to spread his seed around because he wanted the poors to be better.
Yeah,
go fuck yourself.
Speaking of which, was that Zionist guy Alan Dershowitz? Is that his name?
He's also a pedophile.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I think he recently said that Jeffrey Epstein wasn't a pedophile.
Yeah, he was.
They all
Epstein's,
say that. They all are
he
saying
was,
that now.
He was Epstein's lawyer. So years during his original arrest. So. The CIA bankrolled and oversaw Brin's PhD research at Stanford University, the work which would later form the basis of Google. So, by the way, the CIA bankrolled Brin, this PhD study, which turned into Google eventually. So, thanks to the CIA, we got Google. So, that's an interesting note there. Senior U.S. intelligence.
Google owns every fucking thing in the world.
Yeah.
And don't be I've had people ask me this. DuckDuckGo, Google allows them to be on their platform. Why? Because they're all in league together. Do not let them fool you. DuckDuckGo is bullshit.
Yeah. I even forgot it existed. It still exists.
Well, if you look it up on Google, if you look it up, they're like, no, they're an independent company. They have everything. They can do whatever they want. Okay, then why did Google let them on their platform?
Yeah, that's competition for Google. So it's like, yeah, I wonder. I'm not buying that either. As late as 2005, InQtel, the CIA's venture capitalist arm, was a major shareholder in Google. The shares were a result of Google's acquisition of Keyhole Inc., a CIA-backed surveillance firm whose software eventually became Google Earth. By 2007, the government was using an enhanced version of Google Earth to surveil and target enemies in Iraq and beyond, according to the Washington Post. By this time, the host also notes Google was partnering with Lockheed Martin to produce futuristic technology for the military. There also exists a revolving door of employment between Google and various branches of the federal government. So Google and the CIA are kind of like this. Yep. They're embedded together. So
that's why that guy went on. Jimmy Dore was talking about
Israel plays a huge part of that as well.
Right. Well, that guy. Remember that guy?
Like that. DuckDuckGo CIA.
That's right. I can't remember his name, but he went on Jimmy Dore's show and he was talking about how everyone was Google was trying to push people into the Kamala camp. And I went, well, how is that? Because I mean, Trump was up in points by like double digits. So how is that possible? I think Google was actually playing both sides. He was actually
playing both sides.
They're playing actually Trump more than they were Kamala. So that didn't make any sense.
They all knew. Once Joe Biden dropped, everybody knew Trump would win because there's no way Kamala Harris could pull off a campaign in 3 months. That was not a thing. She was always a sacrificial lamb. She was gonna lose.
Yep.
So that's why everybody. Go ahead.
No, sorry. Keep going.
Oh, that's why all the billionaires and all the corporations back Trump, and now that's why they all went to the inauguration. Bezos, Musk, the other guy, Ellison, they all went to the inauguration, even though a lot of them hated Trump in his first term.
Well, and the thing is, I didn't like this. I'm not saying anything against Jimmy, but when he praised Trump for something and the guy was like, wow, I think you like Trump more than you're saying. And boy, he went off on him. Now, the thing is, what Jimmy said, yes, was praising Trump for something Trump had no intention of doing. Mm-hmm. So it was kind of like, Jimmy, don't say that because people are going to think you're a MAGA guy. So
it would be no stretch, meanwhile, to state that Elon Musk owes his largesse in no small part to his intimate relationship with the CIA. InQtel chief Mike Griffin helped birth SpaceX, providing support and advice from the beginning, and even accompanied Musk to Russia in 2002, where the pair attempted to purchase cheap intercontinental ballistic missiles to start the company.
Angel, I just want to interrupt for a second. A court lord referenced Skull and Bones right there.
Oh.
Remember that tattoo that guy had? And then he made it worse. He had it actually redone, and it was actually another sign of like Nazism.
You're talking about that. Worse. You're talking about on Graham Elwood, not Graham Elwood, Graham, whatever that guy's name.
That guy probably is a Nazi.
These alleged communists running for Senate in Maine. I forget his name right now. One of the Nazi
Angel, you know the game.
Definitely not communism.
Angel, you know the game Skull and Bones, right?
Yeah, no. I know what you're talking about. Is
I'm sorry, I don't game a lot.
Game that failed miserably.
Right.
Oh no, I didn't
It's
play
a video
it.
game. I didn't either, but I know about it. Griffin repeatedly championed Musk at the CIA, describing him as the Henry Ford of the space industry and worthy of the government's full support. Still, by 2008, SpaceX was in dire straits, with Musk unable to make
Yeah, we
payroll.
already have NASA. We don't need fucking SpaceX.
Well, Jeff Bezos also owns a space company. I forget what it's called right now, but
yeah,
he's in
because he's
competition
trying
with
to
Musk.
show that somehow his dick is bigger than everybody else's, and
Yeah,
he
that's
should suck
really
it
it's about.
because
It's just a competition with Elon Musk because
yeah, they want to see how big their dicks are. Well,
Yeah.
guess what? It's small.
I remember I used to work at a Kmart a long time ago, and now it's been replaced by a
Kmart.
Yeah, Kmart.
Around here, that was called the Amish Walmart. No, Walmart was called no. Walmart was called the Amish Kmart. Sorry.
Yeah. The Kmart I used to work at, and now it's been replaced by the Cybertrucks.
I don't know what our Kmart became.
I
don't go out that way much.
Well, yeah, but at least in that store that I worked at, yeah, now it's a Cybertruck store with all the Cybertrucks there.
I remember that when they actually put a Walmart in one of the towns close to where I live, about 10 minutes away. When they put a Walmart in that town, I remember my ex step grandfather used to always say, "Hey, we're gonna go to the Amish Kmart." What? We're going to Walmart. Oh, okay. Well, there's a lot of Amish around here. Okay, we're Pennsylvania. We're South Central Pennsylvania. And we got a lot of Amish, right?
By 2008,
I live in Lancaster County. Come on.
Musk was unable to make payroll and believing both SpaceX and Tesla Motors would be liquidated. However, he was saved by the unexpected $1.6 billion NASA contract that Griffin helped secure. So this CIA guy has been backing Elon Musk for years now, and he saved his ass, back in 2008 with that $1.6 billion NASA contract. He got him that contract. So that's how he became a massive billionaire today, even though his parents were wealthy, so he would have been fine. But today, SpaceX is a powerhouse, but its primary customers continue to be the U.S. government agencies like the Air Force Space Development Agency, the National Reconnaissance Office, and recently the Pentagon has recruited him to help it win a nuclear war. A new SpaceX spin-off company, Castellidian, is working on building a network of armed satellites circling North America, designed to shoot down enemy nuclear missiles. A successful operation would give the United States an impervious shield, allowing it to act as at once around the world without a threat of retaliation, effectively ending the era of mutually assured destruction and plunging the planet into a dangerous new epoch. Epoch? I don't know. So yeah, if this thing manages to work and somehow shoot down nuclear missiles, as mutually assured destruction doesn't matter anymore because U.S. do whatever they want, basically.
I mean, it may be able to shoot down so that the rich don't get affected, but when it comes to poor people, we're all fucked. And we keep interrupting. We still haven't gotten through this damn article. Shit.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to read much more of this.
Need to read the rest of it.
I mean, SpaceX is literally a distraction, and it's literally who has the biggest dick. And
yeah, it's a really
Elon
long
Musk
one, but
he thinks that he
How many is that now? How many is that now?
I didn't say suck a dick. I said a dick. They think they're trying to see who has the biggest dick.
Okay.
That's the full article there. You guys want to read it, but what do they mean by winning a nuclear war? Nobody wins a nuclear war.
No. We mean that Elon Musk was doing his SpaceX. He said so he could shoot down nuclear weapons. And that was also to build space stations on the moon or something. It's all bullshit. It's literally just billionaires acting, oh, I got the biggest dick. No, I got the biggest dick. No, look over here. I got the biggest dick, y'all. And they all got small dicks. All right? Nobody gives a fuck about their dick. But, I mean, it was a distraction. We already have NASA. NASA is the National Space something association, whatever. Yeah. But it was created to explore space, to see what was out there and learn about our own solar system at the time. Now it's just one CIA thing, about space, that they want to put a base on the moon so that when aliens come to Earth, that we can get them to be all Christians somehow.
So
I don't know. They have NASA. You don't need anything else. Anything else is just a distraction from the fact that they just want to see who has the biggest dick, and none of them do.
So the whole point of that article is basically to prove how the 7 richest billionaires in the world not only are buying up all our media so they can propagandize us further, make it even harder to get the truth to us, but also
they're
they're all
going to say
connected to
communism and socialism is bad and capitalism is great, and how much freedom you have to starve to death while you have no home.
So yeah, that also means that all those 7 billionaires are connected either to the CIA or the DoD or both. So
Or both, yeah, and they're all pedophiles as well.
Yep. So now let's get to Venezuela. The top U.S. military advisor tours Caribbean as pressure on Venezuela deepens. This is the head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. The United States top military officer traveled to Puerto Rico on Monday as Washington continues one of the largest naval deployments in the Caribbean in decades, escalating tensions with Venezuela centered on the alleged anti-drug operations. Dan Kane, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff and President Donald Trump's chief military advisor, met with troops
I don't know,
stationed.
Jackie. Maybe we should make one.
Met with troops stationed in Puerto Rico. I think
my highest record is 40. Kieran would know.
Yeah.
But that is my highest record is 40.
Met with troops stationed in Puerto Rico on board Navy warship in the regional waters on Monday. Kane's office said the visit will allow him to engage with service members and thank them for their outstanding support to regional missions.
That's gotta be Kane. That's gotta be Kane.
In other words, he's like.
I thought he said Dean Kane at first. I thought, oh my God, Dean Kane.
But Dan Kane, he's not related to Tim Kane, right?
I don't know.
No,
I don't think so. No,
I think
Dean Kane spells it differently. I think
didn't Dean Kane join ICE? I remember he was doing like this fake video where he was trying to go out for ICE or something.
All I know is that he turned. I liked him in Lois and Clark: The New Adventures of Superman. He played Superman.
Yeah.
I liked him in that series, but he turned conservative and went on Fox News and started sucking the dick of all the billionaires on there.
Speaking of which,
he can go suck a dick for all I care.
We should discuss that ShamWow guy running for Congress.
Yeah, we will. Let's get to Venezuela first because this is just.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, Matt Kraft posted in one of the groups that he's running for Congress. So
it's Kane's second trip to the region since the Pentagon expanded his operations in the Caribbean, including the deployment of the Gerald R. Ford, the Navy's newest and largest aircraft carrier. During the first trip, U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said that the deployed Marines were on the front lines of defending the American homeland. From what? I don't know, but that's what he claimed.
More like Pete Warseth.
I mean, this is just shit. They're literally going to strike a country that has been nothing but peaceful towards us, and it's because they have socialism in Venezuela. And they don't want socialism to rise above capitalism because guess what? Socialism, you have a lot of freedom. In capitalism, you don't have any freedom. You have whatever the boss tells you to.
So far, guys, we have 18 likes on the video. Get up to 20, please. 25. Greatly appreciate it.
If you get up to 40, I go topless.
I don't think you've ever gotten to 40 likes. That'd be interesting to see if it does.
But, hey, we can do it if anyone wants to see the topless.
The operation comes as Trump considers further measures against Venezuela, including aggressive operations that he's declined to rule out. The administration's maritime strikes on vessels, it says, were engaged in drug trafficking and killed at least 83 people on 21 boats. No evidence had been released showing narcotics were on board. And legal experts say the strikes would likely violate international law, even if drug activity were proven. Oh, you don't say. Even if there were drugs on these boats, it still violates international law because you have to arrest them, you have to try them, and then you could, sentence them. Trump is judge, jury, and executioner at this point with those people
At this
that are on
point,
the boat.
and that is a dictator.
Yeah.
We live under dictation of the authoritarianism of every fucking billionaire pedophile that is running our country right now. You have no freedoms, guys. You have zero freedoms. You know what you're free to do? Fucking die from being starved to death or have no home and literally dying from sickness because you have no fucking health care.
Speaking to advisors on Monday, Trump said he plans to talk directly with Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro on an unidentified date. Roughly 15,000 U.S. personnel now
big mistake
in the Caribbean. Among them, Marines on amphibious ships, about 5,000 service members based in Puerto Rico. Washington has also intensified joint drills with Trinidad and Tobago, launching a second round of exercises within a month aimed at curbing violent crime and drug trafficking. Kane is expected to visit Trinidad and Tobago tomorrow to meet with Prime Minister Kamala Persad Bisanar. Whatever that means.
It's Kamala. Because there's no A after M.
Don't say Kamala. Don't say don't disrespect Kamala like that. I actually like Kamala.
The U.S. has increased pressure on Caracas.
Slap that belly, Kamala.
Yeah, the U.S. has increased pressure on Caracas, but designated the Cartel de los Soles, or Cartel de Suns, as a foreign terrorist organization, despite the network not being a cartel in the conventional sense. Until this year, the FTO label was largely limited to groups such as Al-Qaeda and ISIL with political motives. The Cartel de los Soles is not a real thing. That's something that was just made up by Trump in his first term in order to justify all the. This just happened in the first term where he made it up in order to justify Juan Guaido making him president.
Right.
And having that whole embarrassing display in his first term. So
yeah, I mean, people in Venezuela are like, who the fuck is Juan Guaido? I never even heard this bitch.
Yeah. On Monday, Washington formally designated the Cartel de los Soles for allegedly shipping narcotics into the U.S. The administration says the network includes Maduro and senior Venezuelan officials, though it has not provided no evidence. Venezuela denounced the move, calling it a ridiculous effort to sanction a non-existent group. The designated follows measures of 8 Latin American criminal organizations involved with drug trafficking and migrant smuggling. U.S. officials claimed the Cartel de los Soles has collaborated with Venezuela's Tren de Aragua gang, itself designated as a foreign terrorist organization, to move drugs northward. Let's see. Maduro's government denies involvement in criminal operations and accuses Washington of seeking regime change to control Venezuela's
big time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah, they want the oil and gas for nothing without paying. They want Venezuela's gold. They want Venezuela's diamond, iron, box. I don't know what that is, but it must be important. They want Venezuela's natural resources, said Oil Minister Delcy Rodriguez on state television.
Ta-da!
Yep.
That's all it's about.
Foreign Minister Yvonne Gil echoed that view, saying the U.S. as a nation revised an infamous and vile lie to justify illegitimate and illegal intervention against Venezuela. Insight Crime, a foundation that analyzes organized crime, has described the cartel narrative as an oversimplification, saying it more accurately described the system of corruption wherein military and political officials profit by working with drug traffickers. So, in other words, they're saying, no, it's not really a cartel. It's more corruption within the Venezuelan government. So the Cartel of Soles it's just corruption, within the Venezuelan government. Oh, but they work with drug traffickers. They're not really drug traffickers, technically. So that's like kind of this Insight Crime Foundation is just trying to basically tell Trump, no, it's not actually a drug cartel. It's corruption within the Venezuelan government. They help traffickers, not really and not really part of a drug trafficking organization.
Yeah, just like you, Trump. Just like you are a fucking terrorist and a pedophile.
So
someone said, I saw on X, they're like, oh, he's 79 and has 4 kids and 11 grandkids. I went, yeah, and he fucking diddled all of them. You idiot. So is every other 79-year-old. They have kids and grandkids too, dumb fuck.
Are they stupid idiots?
Yeah, they're stupid idiots. And they can go suck a dick because Trump is a pedophile.
You got that reference, Steph, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Let's see.
The
My
thing
chat
is,
go away.
with
Oh, here it is.
Venezuela, they don't want a socialist country to be alive and thriving. Why? Because they don't want Americans to go, hey, why can't we have that? Yeah,
No,
why can't we have that? No, because you have to die like the poor person you are.
Angel, before this article, pull up, search up, that ShamWow guy running for Congress, because that one is crazy.
Where is it? I don't have that at all. So hold on.
I would just Google it,
Sham.
or either that or Mad Crap posted it like a few days ago.
Okay, hold on. Well, you know what? I'll just read it here off Raw Story, real quick. ShamWow shock as an infomercial actor files to run for office as a Republican.
Shocker.
The man best known as the ShamWow guy just filed to run for office as a Republican, according to the filings.
And you know those
the candidate,
ShamWows, they look ugly and they sucked.
Yeah, the candidate who registered as Offer Vince ShamWow Shalamani in the filing is seeking to replace Congressman John Carter, Republican of Texas, who was born in 1941. The filing was received on Friday, can be viewed on the Texas GOP website. Politics One wrote, remember the ShamWow guy from those infomercials a decade ago? Well, that guy, Offer Vince Shalamani, is one of the 9 GOP challengers running against U.S. Representative John Carter in the primary. So this is a guy here. I'm not reading the whole thing, but here he is.
Ripoff.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but you remember the thing that you would spray on like a boat and it's supposed to make the boat not leak? That shit didn't work. I know, because we tried it in my house. It didn't fucking work.
And a couple things. One, that ShamWow guy, he's also pro-Israel, so
of course
he sucks Israel's dick.
And also a couple of posts that that Mad Crap posted about him, and I responded twice saying, Billy Mays was gone way too soon, and both those tweets.
Wasn't he the first ShamWow guy? That guy who had a heart attack or something.
Yeah,
and like, this stuff is great.
He was famous for those infomercials, Billy Mays.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, in both those tweets I made or responses I made, his son liked both of my tweets, so that was nice.
There you go. So we got breaking news here from this morning. Donald Trump says U.S. to launch land action in Venezuela very soon. What does that mean? That probably means a full-out ground invasion. That's what I'm assuming.
Another proxy war. That's what it means.
Yeah.
Good luck, Trump. You failed the first time.
Yep.
Fuck you, Trump. I hope you sit on a dick and actually gorge yourself.
By the way, the way he's been speaking, he just sounds so bad right now.
Well, he's 79.
He ain't 79.
Really well. It's great. It's all great.
He's been
a pedophile.
He's been in politics for almost 10 years now. He ran for president the first time in 2016. So the years have really not been kind to Donald Trump.
Or Biden. I can't believe Biden's still fucking moving.
I'm surprised he's alive, honestly. How bad he looks.
He's still inappropriate towards women as well. So.
Well, yeah, it's
towards girls.
You
he's
can't
still sniffing their hair. I'm like,
I
would not let my kid anywhere near a politician.
Because he'll come up close to them, I want to kiss.
He does that to my daughters. Guess what? I'm gonna be slapping the fucking shit out of him. I don't give a fuck how old he is, but I wouldn't let my kid anywhere near any politician. Period. Because they're all fucking pedophiles.
President Donald Trump has said the United States is preparing to take a new action against alleged drug trafficking networks in Venezuela, even though they don't really exist, with strikes on land set to start very soon. Speaking to U.S. military members on Thursday, Trump praised the recent actions to deter Venezuelan drug traffickers involving strikes against boats and allegedly carrying narcotics, and a significant military buildup in the Caribbean, which is mostly in Puerto Rico, which is why the U.S. never let go of Puerto Rico, no matter what people say. So, Trump hinted at more direct action against Venezuela on Thursday. He said his campaign had hampered the drug trade by sea, and we will be starting to stop them by land also, adding the land is easier, but it's going to start very soon. So here we go again, a new war.
I say if you are older than 60, you can't run for president. Sorry, not sorry. I'm tired of all these old.
Don't tell that
pedophiles.
to don't tell that to the Bernie supporters.
The
They
last,
can go suck a dick too.
the youngest president.
Go
I'm
ahead.
trying to think. The youngest president. I was born in '86. Reagan was really old. Bush Senior was old.
They were
Clinton
all
was
old.
Clinton was kind of younger.
Garfield. This is way
No,
before we were born.
No,
Wasn't
I'm talking about
Garfield?
within our lifetime.
Oh, in our lifetime.
Clinton was pretty
probably
young.
Bush Jr. Probably Clinton or Bush Jr.
Bush
I don't know
Jr.
how old
was
they were. They were like 40s, in their 40s.
Obama was in his late 40s, I think, when he became president. So he was
Yeah.
pretty young.
Roosevelt
Was the youngest president? Yeah. I wouldn't.
42 years.
Yeah, I thought it was Garfield, but no, it could have been Teddy.
No, you're right. You're right. It was Teddy Roosevelt because JFK became president at 42, but it was like he was 2 months older than Roosevelt or something first elected. So
right,
he was 42 though. They're both 42.
It was Theodore Roosevelt. That's who it was.
So I mean, Kennedy was right up there, but Kennedy was before our time too. So
yeah.
I think Clinton was probably the youngest in our lifetime.
Within the 39 years I've been around, almost every president is really, really old.
Really old. And they all want to hold on to power. They're all pedophiles. They're all criminals. I mean, every fucking president in my lifetime has been in war. We have been at war with every president I have been with.
Yeah.
As long as I've been alive.
Reagan did Grenada. Bush Senior did the first Iraq War.
Yep.
Clinton bombed
over in
what was that?
Was it Iraq? No, Pakistan? No.
He bombed Yugoslavia and
he bombed
over there.
Somewhere because remember the movie came out Black Hawk Down? That was Clinton.
Yeah, that was Clinton administration. That movie.
I cried through that whole movie. I couldn't sit there and watch it because my dad is ex-military. He's ex-army. I have friends who are in the military, and Kit Cabello, he's ex-military. He's ex-marine.
Yeah.
I have a coworker who's ex-marine.
I don't think I even knew that. Wow.
Well, yeah. Kit Cabello had 2 tours of Iraq.
Yeah, he did 2 tours. He's a Marine.
He's lucky he came home. I'm glad he came home.
Yeah.
I could not watch Black Hawk Down because of it.
Newsweek has contacted the Venezuelan Foreign Ministry for comments. Trump's comment will raise questions about its intentions for the U.S. military in the region, where more than a dozen warships and 15,000 troops have been amassed as part of Operation Southern Spear. U.S. troops have carried out at least 21 strikes on alleged drug boats since September, killing at least 83 people, according to Reuters. CNN reported earlier this month Trump administration officials told lawmakers the U.S. was not planning to launch strikes inside Venezuela, but Trump's latest comments suggest that he's planning a more direct strike on Venezuela. Trump said Thursday the U.S. is preparing to take new action against alleged drug trafficking networks in Venezuela and praised U.S. troops for recent efforts to combat the narcotics trade. Quote, you probably noticed that people aren't wanting to deliver drugs by sea, and we'll be starting to stop them by land also, unquote, he said.
I don't think it was in Star Wars.
We warned them, stop sending poison to our country.
I'm so sorry. I'm reading that just giggling. If he was here, Kit would tell you. I mean, I've seen when I was part of his Patreon when I could afford it. He showed pictures of his military deployments, and it's really scary. And I'm glad everybody in his unit came back because there could have been a chance that he may not be here. And without Kit Cabello, I would be nothing. Angel would be nothing. I can't thank Kit enough and Angel both for discovering me. So thank you guys.
So appreciate that. But look at this. We warned them, stop sending poison to our country. You got the wrong part. You got the wrong country. I mean, Venezuela's not doing that. You can say Colombia is doing that. A shit ton of cocaine come from Colombia, but
they're being processed by billionaires and millionaires. And literally, that's the criminals that are letting drugs. And who's taking those drugs? Mr. and Mrs. America. It's not coming from Venezuela.
Mr. America?
Yeah. I almost said Captain America. Woo!
In October, CNN reported Trump administration produced a classified legal opinion that justified lethal strikes against suspected drug traffickers. Oh, yeah, by the way, this legal opinion that allows for bombings against drug traffickers is classified. So we can't see it, even if I would love to read that legal opinion because
But how
it's total
much do they?
bullshit.
I mean, they've done this before with other countries. They made up shit about Russia during the Cold War. They made up shit
Yeah.
about Vietnam during the Vietnam War. They made up shit about the Spanish-American War.
Remember
No
this.
offense that Teddy
This is the
Roosevelt
evidence
was in.
right here. This is the
Yeah,
evidence.
nothing.
Yeah, and every
Nothing.
war they've been in, they've lied. They lied about the proxy war with Ukraine and Russia. They lied about Hamas and Gaza and Israel. They lied about what's his in Syria, the Syria guy. Assad, thank you. They lied about Assad and they overthrew him. Guys, they're going to lie about Venezuela because they don't want a socialist country to succeed.
But now
socialism is so bad. Oh my.
Now U.S. lawmakers had also been told this month that the Justice Department Office of Legal Counsel said there was no legal justification for strikes inside Venezuela itself or any other territories. So basically, the administration produced a classified legal opinion saying, "Oh yeah, we can do this," but the Justice Department is like, "No, really can't do this." But it depends on who you talk to in the administration. Let's see. It comes just days after the U.S. State Department officially designated Venezuela-based Cartel de los Soles as a foreign terrorist organization.
It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Like Hamas.
Newsweek?
Hamas doesn't exist.
Newsweek, it doesn't exist. So they're actually like just doing propaganda for the administration when it says, they just say it. Cartel de los Soles is a foreign terrorist organization. They don't say there's no evidence for it. They just repeat it. They repeat it as the administration wants them to.
Even Nicolas Maduro's going, who the fuck is that? Huh?
Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro is accused by the U.S. of heading the group. Again, no evidence.
Yeah, go
the U.S. claimed that the cartel was responsible for terrorist violence throughout our hemisphere, as well as trafficking drugs into the United States and Europe. If Trump really wanted to go after drug trafficking, he would destroy the CIA, but that's not going to happen.
And the cartels that they put in business during the 80s didn't say no to drug shit. That didn't fucking work.
The real reason, again, I go back to JFK. Part of the reason he was assassinated because right before he was assassinated, he wanted to destroy the CIA and throw it to like the four corners of the earth. He did say that.
Yes, that's one of the many reasons why he was killed. The other reason was because he did not want to go into Vietnam. He did not want to start a Vietnam War, and they wanted to go to Vietnam. So that's why they killed him and put in Johnson, and that's why they killed. Mostly they killed him because they didn't want to go into He didn't want to go into Vietnam. Then they killed Bobby because they wanted to stay in Vietnam because he was killed in 68 and they didn't 68
was it 68 sorry
68
yeah he was running for
and then they stayed in Vietnam till 73.
That was when Nixon finally pulled the plug after but again there's historians, a lot of people say that Kennedy didn't want to he didn't want to do Vietnam even though that's a lot of reason why he was killed. If
we get up to 40 likes, I go up topless. So please hit the like button.
Hit that like button.
Cory Booker, I wonder what he really has.
What people are saying, Senator Cory Booker wrote on X, quote, invading Venezuela would do nothing to protect the United States and directly puts American lives at risk. We must stand up and stop President Trump from dragging us into a war with Venezuela.
Why don't see you standing up so hard?
Said the Obama clone. Because I call Cory Booker an Obama clone.
Standing up so hard against Trump, against all this other shit that Trump's doing.
Mr. Spartacus.
I'm Spartacus.
Cory Booker reminds me of a Barack Obama. He has that same cadence. He's bald, but he has that same cadence. Obama
I also hate how he speaks. It's like, we gotta do this. We have to do this.
We gotta do this, guys. By the way, Cory Booker is one of my senators, so I know him really well, and I can't stand this guy. So he's from New Jersey, so
that's okay. Josh Shapiro is our senator.
He's
or
the governor.
Sorry, governor. Yeah. I can't stand his ass either.
Well, I mean, it's a really good chance that Josh Shapiro could be the nominee for the Democrats in 28. So
remember, people love Tim Walz.
Oh yeah.
Well, the thing is
that fucking no.
Well, that's because Josh Shapiro is Jewish.
Yeah,
that's
he's
why
a Zionist.
They're surprised that Kamala didn't pick him because he would have had the Jewish vote.
Yes,
like that. But the thing is, Josh Shapiro fucking sucks because look what he's doing to Pittsburgh. He's allowing that shit to happen.
Yeah.
Yep.
He also He also signed his name on one of the bombs. So.
Yeah. So fuck
Yeah, he
Josh
did.
Shapiro. I hope you fucking
Trump.
die sucking a dick.
Trump's comment had anticipation
Yeah,
about
that
a
too.
possible an escalation. Hey, wait. Trump comments add to anticipation about a possible
Doing the Lord's
AN
work.
escalation and U.S. pressure campaign. What the hell is this? Fucking Newsweek is terrible. About a possible AN escalation. Okay.
Go again.
Well, yeah.
No, it's
Maduro,
okay. No, he got it.
Actually, yeah, it's fine. But
Vic S. Adams has jumped in.
Maduro said this week that Venezuelans must be ready to defend every inch of this blessed land from imperious threats or aggression. But
So they updated and they still couldn't fix the grammar.
Yeah. It's
That's
updated
because they
once.
suck and they literally have no editors. They are the editors now.
Who
Brandon
hires
Cole.
fucking writers? Like,
But there's no picture. Look, there's no picture of this guy. It said Brandon Cole. Braden Cole, excuse me.
Did you ever?
He must
did
be
you guys
AI.
See, yeah, he
Is
must
he
be.
AI?
It's got to be AI. Or did you guys see the Randy Fine pictures that Krab's been pushing? Every time he gets likes, he makes Randy Fine fatter. So I just keep liking the shit. I'm like. Because I want to see fucking
Mac asked,
like.
what's the matter with Pittsburgh?
Go back to the beginning. Go back to the beginning. Go back to the beginning of the show,
we
Mac.
covered at the beginning of the show where the electric bills are going up because of all the
AI, the AI stuff, the distributors, the data centers.
Yeah.
$1,000 electrical bills are going to come out of Pittsburgh now, and poor people wonder why they're getting fucked in the ass.
Well, Steph. I mean, Kurt Angle's from Pittsburgh, and yet you don't like him.
I hate fucking Kurt Angle.
Oh, come on.
I do, but I like Larry Sabisco. He came from Pittsburgh too, and Bruno Sammartino. I just found out came from
Overnight,
Pittsburgh
the
too.
brazen ambush of two National Guard.
Go ahead.
No, that's okay. We were watching on my show. I did my show last night because I forgot Sunday we have to do the pro wrestling talk. So I was going to have you on, Angel, but I was like, oh shit, we have pro wrestling talk to do.
Yeah.
And next Sunday we're going to have to do, or next Saturday we're going to have to do pro wrestling talk on Sunday because my son is having pictures with Santa.
I was going to say for this Sunday, are we going to be able to do it this time?
Yes, I'm sorry, I did not feel well.
She was
I
sick
had a headache
last
all
week.
fucking day.
I know.
Yeah,
I had
that's
like
why
a
we didn't
major
do it
ass
last week.
headache, yo. Maybe I should have sucked my man's dick. I would have felt better.
So yeah, I'm sure you guys heard about this.
Come on, guys.
I'm sure you guys heard about this alleged terrorist attack in Washington next to the White House. And I say alleged because they're calling it a terrorist attack. One of two National Guard members wounded in targeted shooting has died, Trump said. So
the source, trust me, bro.
Yeah. Trust me, bro. No, fuck you, Trump. You're a pedophile.
Oops.
Overnight, the brazen ambush of two National Guard members shot just blocks away from the White House, now deadly. President Trump announcing 20-year-old Army Specialist Sarah Beckstrom has died of her injuries.
She's just passed away.
She's no longer with us.
Beckstrom's father posting on Facebook, quote, "My baby girl has passed to glory." The president saying the other wounded West Virginia Guardsman, Air Force Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf, is fighting for his life.
Their families' lives are all changed forever because
what
one
about
person
the people that they hurt?
decided to do
Brigadier General
this horrific and evil thing.
And this morning, chilling images obtained by the Wall Street Journal from an eyewitness showing the moments after those shots rang out. A frantic gun battle outside a metro station in the heart of the nation's capital.
Why
and
is
new details now emerging.
So that's the guy there.
Why is the National Guard shooting people? Why are they even out in Washington?
Well, Trump ordered them out there to fight crime. To fight crime, you know, we got to fight crime.
This guy looks like any normal guy.
About the lone suspect, 29-year-old Ramanullah Lakanwal, an Afghan national.
My ass cheeks.
What
my ass cheeks. He's Afghan. He's probably native. He's probably American.
No, he is actually Afghan, but
I remember Tulsi Gabbard, the DNI page, posted my.
But notice how they say lone gunman, because God is forbid that we'd actually not have a second person who is trying to fight for their freedoms. Literally, this is what happens. They send out the National Guard and then they make them martyrs. This is exactly what happened.
But I was going to say, Tulsi Gabbard's DNI page tweeted, "My heart goes out to the soldier," whatever she said, and then she blamed it on the radical Islamist Afghan terrorists.
Of course they did, because
Well,
they
that's
hate.
the thing.
They
The
hate
thing with
Muslims.
Tulsi is, even when she was left wing, she kind of hated Muslims anyways. So it wasn't like, even when she was a lot more left wing back in the day. So
Again, the biggest Abrahamic religions just can't stop fighting over their own fucking bullshit. Look, if you're Christian, Muslim, or Jewish, guess what? You're all what you fucking say. You're all fucking wrong. Go suck a dick and stop fighting each other.
So this is the dude here that
Who cares
that
what God you
allegedly
pray to? Who cares?
allegedly killed these two people.
Now emerging about the lone suspect, 29-year-old Ramanullah Lakanwal, an
Ramanullah Makadlaw? Oh my God. Ramanullah.
Afghan national who officials say drove cross-country from his home in Washington state to carry out the targeted attack. Lakanwal immigrating to the U.S. in 2021 under a...
All right, so Ramanullah
attack, but because you're trying to make the National Guard, who are people who you put there, you're trying to make them martyrs. Go fuck yourself. You shouldn't even have the National Guard in Washington. You shouldn't have the National Guard out there.
Yeah, that's really...
That's just your fucking army putting poor people in the ground. Fucking with poor people.
This dude came to the U.S. in 2021 under a Biden program, evacuating Afghan refugees during the withdrawal of U.S. forces. Apparently, this guy helped CIA. Basically, he was a translator, basically, for the CIA.
Of course, and the CIA told him, "Hey, take out a bunch of National Guard people so we can have more Afghans attacked."
So he has connections to the CIA. This guy. Oops. Oh fuck.
That's okay. We knew what you're trying to do.
In 2021 under a Biden-era program evacuating Afghan refugees during the chaotic withdrawal of U.S. forces. Sources tell ABC News he was formally granted asylum this April under the Trump administration.
That means both were bipartisan.
But here's the thing, MAGA is not going to about that. They'll talk about how Biden let him in the country. Biden let him in the country, so he's evil.
Remember when Kyle Kulinski praised Biden for the Afghanistan remover or whatever it was?
Which was actually a disaster one, and actually Trump came up with that. He had a time.
Yeah, it was Trump's
I'm not
deal.
praising Trump. I'm just saying, literally, no one, MAGA is too busy sucking Trump's dick, and so is the Biden liberals, shit libs.
It's both sides. It's the Uni Party.
When asked why the suspect was granted asylum.
When it comes to asylum, when they're flown in, it's very hard to get them out. No matter how you want to do
Fuck
it,
you.
it's very
You
hard
shouldn't
to
have
get
sent the
them
National Guard.
That's your
into your
excuse?
city.
That's your excuse? Like, oh, come on, guys. I mean, once he came in, it was hard to get rid of him. But that's what you did with trying to do with all the
That's what you said about 9/11. Well, these Afghans, I mean, we let them into the country and they couldn't do anything to stop them from doing 9/11. First of all, 9/11 was done by Israel and the Saudi government. So go suck a dick, Trump. Also, you shouldn't put National Guard people on people who say they have freedom. The only way the National Guard was there was because Trump wanted his city cleaned up. He didn't want criminals. So poor people are now all the criminals. He's the fucking criminal. He's the fucking pedophile criminal.
And remember, 2020 during the, I think it was the George Floyd protest, when he got I don't know if it was the National Guard or whatever, but he got these people, protesters out of Washington so he could hold a Bible or whatever it was.
Yeah, so he got a bunch of protesters. Actually, the officially it was the DC mayor who ordered that officially, but
I know that
Trump had nothing to do with
but
it.
But Trump still said, okay, let's bring the National Guard in because of these protests that they were trying to protest. I forgot what they were trying to protest now, but the thing is, they're always blaming poor people, or they're blaming immigrants who are even worse off than the poor people are. So you got to blame anybody but the rich.
Yeah.
Getting them all out now.
Sources familiar with the investigation say Lakanwal was a highly trained and trusted member of an elite Afghan counterterrorism.
Highly trained, trusted member of elite Afghan counterterrorism force. So he's military.
We're saying that 100 times fast.
This again, I don't trust anything they say. I don't trust anything.
But this guy was military.
terrorism
he was
force
also
called the
CIA.
Zero Units, partnering with U.S. Special Forces
here it
and the
is.
CIA
The
during
CIA.
the war in Afghanistan. The FBI
Which
now
just means they asked
investigating the
him to do a
attack
job
as a
and he did
possible
it.
act
Now
of
the National
terrorism,
Guard are all
executing
martyrs.
search warrants at the suspect's home in Bellingham,
So
Washington,
they can crack
where he
down
lived
on
with
more
his
poor
wife
people.
and 5 children.
During that process,
Oh,
we
God.
seized numerous electronic.
Look at this jackass.
Crazy eyes. Crazy
Isn't he also
crazy.
fucking CIA?
Crazy Eyes Cash Patel. He's screwing some country music star, and now he's like,
Ew,
his eyes are all fucked.
Who's the country star he's screwing?
I don't know, some country singer. I forget who it is, but
Yeah.
that's the woman who he gave not Secret Service, FBI protection to. That scandal came out.
And where is the Epstein files, Patel? Where are they? Where are
well,
they?
technically, they have 30 days to release them after Trump
and
signed
they're
the
not
bill.
going to do
So
that.
they're not going to do
find
it.
some
But
kind of. Oh well, it's all national security. We can't release it.
Oh, so by the way, that 30 days expires like a week before Christmas. I guarantee you,
nobody. Director Dan Bongino.
Oh, that's a bigger moron. But I mean, I guarantee you, no one's gonna notice when those files are not released because it's week before Christmas, and people are traveling, and people got it ready for Christmas. Nobody cares. Nobody's paying attention really, except for us. But
well, and that's the thing. Like I said, these people brought the National Guard in for a reason. They did it so they could crack down on poor people and more of your rights. So now they told this guy, go in there and kill some National Guard people so we can make them martyrs so that we can quash these protests. You watch.
Yeah,
it's going to happen.
Max says Trump wanted to use the Insurrection Act to put down George Floyd protests, but the generals wouldn't allow it. That did happen. Trump did send mass cops with no ID to kidnap 2020 BLM protesters.
Yeah.
Again, that's something that he would go on to do.
The protests.
They went on to do that in a major increase now during his first term with illegals, so with Hispanics in particular.
Devices,
Don't forget
cell phones, laptops.
Yeah.
Don't forget what happened. I think it was in the LA protests earlier this year, where one of the police or whatever, they shot the Aussie women female reporter in the leg or whatever with one of the.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I think we covered it at the time. That was like. That was absurd. All right, let me finish this up.
iPads, and other material that is being analyzed as we speak.
The suspect now facing several charges, including assault with intent to kill. D.C. U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro saying he's now likely to face murder.
U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro. I mean, Trump keeps hiring Fox News hosts for important positions.
She related to Josh Shapiro?
No.
No, Kimberly. It's the Fox News host. I mean, Jeanine Pirro.
Oh, Jeanine Pirro, Judge Jeanine.
And also,
she's not even a fucking judge.
Also, a couple days ago, Trump just praised whoever that female chief of staff. What's her name again?
That's because they all suck his dick.
I forget her name.
Yeah, that she's the most powerful female in the country or whatever.
Yeah, she is. I mean, I forget her name, but yeah, she's very she sets Trump's agenda.
He outright admitted it.
Yeah, she's the one that sets the agenda, and Trump kind of like follows along like the marionette that he is, So he's like, I don't have to do any work. She does all the work for me, and I just
no.
I just sit back and diddle little kids. That's what Trump says.
He's now likely to face murder charges.
And President Trump has responded to this attack by ordering what he calls a re-examination of all Afghans who came to the U.S. after the withdrawal of American forces from the country.
Yeah, here we go. I did it again, but you get the point.
It's the Muslim ban.
This is all the foreigners, all the refugees, now we can kick them out and we can make them feel bad about, we can punch down more at poor people who came here with fucking nothing and they still have fucking nothing.
And I assume some are good people.
Yeah.
And they make the National Guard martyrs. Yeah. Well, the National Guard should be beating up poor people. That's their job. That's what this will come to. And they will quash all those other protests. They will quash all those protests, and MAGA will be back to, well, you should be listening to the National Guard. You should just let the National Guard beat the shit out of you.
CBC voters arrived, but unfortunately we're almost done. So
hey,
what's going on? Hey, CBC.
Hey, make sure you like if you haven't already. We got a couple more.
Oh, come on, not you too.
What?
Putin optimistic on U.S. peace plan. This is the peace plan we talked about last week. This is the peace plan we talked about last week. Putin optimistic on U.S. peace plan, calls Zelensky illegitimate.
I mean,
Trump
Putin,
on
it has nothing for you. It has nothing for you, and unless you're going to suck Trump's dick on this one, it doesn't have anything that is going to help Russia.
He's doing the same thing Nicolas Maduro is doing, like kind of, stroking Trump's ego a little bit. Russian president.
Is that what they call it now?
Russian President Vladimir Putin stated on November 27th that the Kremlin generally agrees that the 28-point U.S. peace plan for Ukraine could form a basis for an agreement, while at the same time calling Ukraine's leadership illegitimate.
I mean, who's going to be next? The president of Mexico, whatever her name is, she's going to sound optimistic for Trump now.
Oh, shit, what is her name?
Claudia Sheinbaum.
Yeah, Sheinbaum. Yeah, she already... Trust me, she's already sucking Trump's dick on this one. Yeah, go ahead. Take out the cartels that you put in business.
In general, we agree this could be a basis for a future agreement, he said while speaking to reporters at the conclusion of a visit to Kyrgyzstan. It would be impolite of me to talk about any final options now, as there aren't any, but some things are fundamental. Putin said that the U.S.
Oh, is she an Israel stick sucker too? Shannon Baum?
I don't know Sheinbaum's position on Israel. I mean, is he a Zionist? I don't know. I'm not sure
Apparently,
about that.
According to Accord Lord.
Okay. I mean, I have to look more into that. Putin says that the U.S. takes Russia's position, which is discussed before and after the Russian president's meeting with the U.S. President Donald Trump in Alaska in August. The two leaders needed to sit down and seriously discuss some specific things, he added. Trump envoy Steve Witkoff is scheduled to hold talks with his Russian counterparts at the Kremlin next week. Oh my God, will liberals melt down about that? That Steve Witkoff's going to the Kremlin. I mean, that's a major meltdown there. The U.S. president said his son-in-law and former advisor Jared Kushner may also attend the Kremlin meeting. Why is Kushner involved in this? He's not in the government. I mean, he's technically not even in the government anymore. Adding that any agreement would involve land concessions both ways and trying to clean up the border. Ukraine has said it's reached a common understanding with the White House on an outline of a potential peace deal. While speaking in Kyrgyzstan, Putin rejected claims by the EU leaders that Russia plans to attack Europe after the war in Ukraine ends, saying that language pledging not to do so should be part of an agreement. So even Putin himself is like, you know what? Just put it in the peace agreement that we won't attack Europe. Maybe that'll they've stopped being such scared bitches.
And they're not.
But
they're not.
Yeah. No, but here's the thing.
They hate you, Putin. They hate you because of this Cold War. When the Cold War ended, there was a lot of people who benefited from that who are very, very sad. And they will do anything they can to create so much drama and propaganda around Russia.
Here's the thing. I didn't save a story on this, but the European Union, their parliament just voted to basically not start a war with Russia, but kind of like increase military funding for a possible war, likely war with Russia. So basically they're getting ready to fight Russia on their own. And I'm like, let the European Union fight the Russians on their own. Let's see how that turns out for them.
And we'll see that Applebee's commercial again.
Yeah, we'll see how that turns.
A little bit of chicken fry.
Yeah, we'll see how that turns out for those assholes.
You're on your own now.
Yeah, unfortunately, most of the EU is in NATO, so that means that they would force us into the war too. That's the problem with that.
They lied to Russia every which way to Sunday, so I don't trust anything these NATO people say because they promised they would go no further up to Russia's borders, and what did they do? They went right up to Russian borders. So don't trust anything these fucking NATO people say. They are liars, they're cheaters, they're scammers, they are criminals, and they're fucking pedophiles. I mean, it's all over the fucking place.
Putin also says we need to put everything in diplomatic language because it's one thing to state in general terms that Russia does not plan to attack Europe. Frankly, that sounds ridiculous. We never had any intention of doing that, he said. So he wants it in the peace agreement that, don't worry, Russia will not attack Europe. But that doesn't matter to Europe because they want the war with Russia, and they want to drag the U.S. into it, too. So, while expressing optimism about signing a deal with the U.S., the Russian president explained that signing an agreement directly with Ukraine was senseless because the Ukrainian president Volodymyr Zelensky was illegitimate. So he wouldn't even negotiate with Zelensky. That's why he's talking to Trump only, about ending the war. Because he knows Zelensky is a puppet of the U.S. So whatever they agree to, Zelensky has to do no matter what. So he has no power. So he said that Ukrainian leadership lost legitimacy after refusing to hold election when Zelensky's term expired in May 2024. So yeah, that's when Zelensky canceled the elections and banned political parties that were against him. Officials,
it was funny that Zelensky was saying how Putin is such a dictator, and yet Zelensky was the one who was saying, no, we can't have elections. We can't have this. We can't have that. Pretty much like a dictator.
Yeah. He canceled election and banned political parties that were
like
against
the pot
him.
calling the kettle black.
Yeah.
He was
But
doing exactly what Putin was not doing.
Putin has not banned political parties, and he's not actually. He's been accused of killing his political opponents for years, but that's allegedly. So I don't know whether Putin has done that or not.
Does that.
Putin's a madman. We gotta stop him.
Yeah, yeah.
No, actually, Putin's a pretty good guy. I just don't want to see him shirtless anymore. Sorry, Putin, I'm not into you.
Signing a deal with U.S. and Europe was needed to ensure legitimacy of Russian control of Ukrainian territory seized during the war in Lugansk, Donetsk, and Kherson, and Zaporizhzhia something Oblast after the war ended.
Zaporizhzhia?
Yeah, that's good enough. Much of the population of these oblasts in eastern Ukraine are ethnically Russian and have become the target of the Ukrainian military after a violent coup in Kyiv in 2014. This is important because recognition of the decisions means that certain territories legally fall under Russian sovereignty. And if an attack is launched from the Ukrainian side against these territories, it would be an act on Russia. And therefore, Russia has the right to take countermeasures. Otherwise, it could be interpreted as an attempt to reclaim territories belonging to Ukraine, Putin says. So basically, he's saying, look, we need these territories to be officially Russian because the Ukrainians attack again, then I'm justified in taking action.
Right. And he's absolutely correct on that. And the problem is, if they do this peace agreement, this is literally just so that Ukraine can build up their army again. Because now they're kind of dwindled in numbers. They're using retarded people. And I am allowed to say retarded because I have a retarded friend. And I love her very much. But anyway, they're dwindling. So why? Oh, now we need peace. Now we need peace so we can. And what they're not saying out loud is so we can grow our armies again.
Yeah, and the Russians, and I haven't covered this extensively, but the Russians have been using North Korean troops as cannon fodder, basically, because they had a deal with Kim Jong-un. It's like, hey, give us your military. Let's put them on the front lines so we can basically kill a bunch of North Koreans, but protect my Russian military. Okay. So
wow,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there was and
there's North Korean. Said, yeah, sure, okay, I'll suck you.
Yeah, there's North Korean troops and Ukraine right now fighting on behalf of Russia and basically being cannon fodder for the Ukrainians' missiles. And Putin's
to be honest, I'm not really that shocked, but
Yeah, he's doing in exchange. Kim Jong-un is getting military technology and support from the Russians. So he's sacrificing his own civilians in exchange for more power for him and money too.
They don't care about poor people, guys. And Putin, he is a bad guy because he is a rich politician who probably diddles kids. But the problem is he would rather sacrifice other poor people than his own poor people, right? I mean, he's still a bad guy. He's still a bad guy.
Yeah, he's sacrificing North Korean poors and protecting his own people. In that sense, it seems like he's like, yeah, fuck the North Koreans. I'm trying to protect my people here, but any more of my people getting killed in this war. So Amnesty International saying the most obvious thing of all time here. Israel's genocide against Palestinians in Gaza continues, unabated despite ceasefire. No shit.
No shit. They were never going to adhere to that ceasefire anyway.
Yeah. More than a month after the ceasefire was announced, all living Israeli hostages were released. Israeli authorities still are committing a genocide against the Palestinians in the occupied Gaza Strip by continuing to deliberately inflict conditions of life calculated to bring about their physical destruction without signaling any change in their intent, it said Amnesty International. But this is a terrible way to say it. I mean, it's like Yeah, they continue to kill Palestinians. This sentence is like, it's so ridiculous that it's like, by continuing to deliberately inflict conditions of life calculated to bring about their physical destruction without signaling any change in their intent. Just say they're still killing Palestinians. Like,
well, they can't say that, just like they almost can't say genocide. Bernie Sanders still hasn't said genocide, has he?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a scientist treating germs, you know, like they're trying like not to say the obvious and say it.
Government is doing terrible things to the Palestinians, and I'm against it.
I'm a cook. I'm simply a cook.
As Jimmy Dore said, "Okay, I'm a cook."
I'm a cook.
More than a month after the ceasefire was announced, I read that in a briefing released today, the organization provides a legal analysis on the ongoing genocide. Blah blah blah. The ceasefire risks creating a dangerous illusion that life in Gaza has returned to normal. But while Israeli authorities and forces have reduced the scale of their attacks and allowed limited amounts of humanitarian aid to Gaza, the world must not be fooled. Israel's genocide is not over, said that person there,
wasn't going to be
Secretary
over.
General
Again, this ceasefire was all bullshit to begin with. It's bullshit and it's bad for you. They had no intentions of not committing another genocide or continuing their genocide against the Palestinians. I see the fucking videos every day.
Yeah.
I see them. I saw yours, Angel, that you were talking about, like this kid. He looked really healthy. He looked, like a typical teenager. And now he looks like shit.
Yeah.
He looks like shit because that's what the Israel people did to him.
Yeah. So let's
Israel
see
is
here.
what goes around comes around. Israel, you're gonna see what goes around comes around. Call karma, baby, and it's a bitch.
Let's see. Yeah. So, duh. I mean, I can't believe like people are like shocked by that. Like, really? I mean, it's like Amnesty International have to say the most obvious thing of all time here.
In
Like,
not so many words. Just say genocide. Just say genocide.
yeah, they won't say it. That sentence was one of the worst structured sentences I've ever seen. It's like, what is
Well,
that?
you think you're cool because you could use big flat words? Well, that just makes you stupid.
Yeah, they just keep. They just said it that basically it's like they're killing Palestinians and continuing the genocide. I mean, but no, they can't say it like that.
I mean,
Of
we
course
all
not.
know that's happening. I see the pictures. I'm a mother, and I cry every
Before
time
we
I see the
go-
fucking pictures.
I did forget to report on this before we go because I'm not sure you guys
Is that
have
the
seen
one
this,
that I
but-
saw the picture and you were saying like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
kid looked normal?
Yeah, U.S. teen Mohammed Ibrahim released from Israeli prison after 9 months.
Oh my God.
Advocates said the 16-year-old health had been in decline since his arrest in February for allegedly throwing rocks. So basically, he was arrested for throwing rocks at the IDF. He spent 9 months in
I
jail.
would do worse.
Yeah.
I would kick them in the fucking nuts. Are you going to put
This
me
is-
in
this
jail,
is-
Israel?
But the military did this to a U.S. citizen. Remember the guy in Washington that threw that sandwich at the soldier?
Yeah.
They put him on trial. Tried to put him in prison for years for assault on a police
But
officer.
then But then he was let go, I think.
Yeah, he was found not guilty, so he was released without any punishment.
By the way, that guy in this photo, when I first saw the photo, I thought that was a NASCAR driver named Christopher Bell. If you look up Christopher Bell and compare him, you'll see.
Yes, Ibrahim was released, so that's why.
Yeah, but now he's all fucked up and his health is shit.
Yeah,
They have him in an adult diaper, for fuck's sake.
But if you type up NASCAR driver Christopher Bell and compare to that photo, you'll see they look very similar. So that's why.
Yeah, Israeli authorities have freed Palestinian American teenager Mohammed Ibrahim after more than 9 months of detention. In the case that advocates says embodies Israeli abuses against Palestinians in the occupied West Bank.
You don't say.
Muhammad's release on Thursday came after 9 months pressure campaign from the United States lawmakers and civil rights groups. You know what would have happened if Trump would have told
I'll kick you
Netanyahu?
in the fucking nuts. You're gonna put me in jail? Try it, motherfuckers.
If Trump would have told Netanyahu, give me back Ibrahim now. He's like, okay, yeah, here he is. But no, he left him there for 9 months. Trump didn't say, dude.
It's ridiculous. He's 15 or 16 years old when they took him. Like, what the fuck?
The teenager from Florida, he's from Florida, by the way, was 15 years old in February when he was arrested and taken from his family home in the town of Al Miraja Al Sharikira. near Ramallah. Sorry. He turned 16 while being held in Israeli jail, where he drastically lost weight and contracted a skin infection. So yeah, this is the one that we were talking about on the chat. Words can't describe the immense relief we have as a family now to have Muhammad in his parents' arms. Muhammad's uncle Zahid Kahir said in a statement, "We couldn't believe Muhammad was free until his parents wrapped their arm around him and felt him safe. He needs to get back to the U.S. as soon as possible and get medical
How did they
treatment
get
for
him to
whatever."
Israel in the first place if he was in the United States?
Well, he visited family in the West Bank, so that's why
Jesus fucking
ended
Christ.
up there.
Yeah, you guys, you better be fucking lucky, Israel, that I don't take your IDF soldiers and cut their dicks off. Try and put me in jail, motherfuckers. I dare you. Fuck Israel.
So Muhammad was arrested over allegations that he threw rocks at Israeli settlers. Oh, it wasn't even IDF; it was the settlers.
It was rocks. It was
again.
Rocks.
Try me, motherfuckers. Fuck Israel.
Oh my God! He threw rocks at them. Oh my God!
Fuck Israel.
By the way, he denied those charges. He never did that. He has denied it. His father, Zahir Ibrahim, and other relatives told Al Jazeera earlier this year that Muhammad was blindfolded and beaten during the February raid on his family home. The Israeli authorities did not allow him to contact his family while in prison, nor did he have any visitation rights. The only updates
Probably was also abused sexually as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. We're receiving was through U.S. officials who were granted access to Muhammad. So in other words, people from the U.S. embassy, only people were allowed to see him, and then they updated the family on how he was doing. They wouldn't even talk to his family.
See, they don't even care if you're fucking American. If you are Arab American, you are still a suspect. You are still against Israel. This is how fucking Israel thinks. They are so fucking delusional that they literally think all Muslims, whether American or not, are the enemy. Well, guess what, Israel? You are the enemy. You are the monster that you tried to hide against, and the Nazis were fucking Christians, you idiots. You are the monster now.
And Trump looks terrible, too, in this, because I'm sure he could have called Netanyahu. He's like, yeah, give me back my citizen as soon as possible. I don't care what he did, give him back. But no, he just let him sit there for 9 months.
No, he doesn't
So he
care.
looks horrible, too.
Because he sucks the dick of Netanyahu.
Mm-hmm. Israeli soldiers had no right to take Muhammad from us in the first place.
That is correct. That is
For
correct.
more than 9 months, our family has been living a horrific and endless nightmare, particularly Muhammad's mother and father, who haven't been able to see or touch their youngest child for nearly a year, all while knowing Israeli soldiers were beating him and starving him, and possibly worse, too.
Angel, I'm the only one who can say this because I'm going to have a 15 or soon to be 16-year-old in several years. I'm the only one who can fucking say this because my son is 9 years old. If they did this to my son, my God, I don't even believe in Satan, but I would make Satan look like a fucking angel. To what I will fucking do to you if you touch my son. I don't give a fuck what my son did to your little Israel bullshit people. I will fuck you up. I don't give a goddamn who you are. If you're Israel, if you are the fucking president of the United States and a fucking pedophile, I will fuck you up. Don't touch my kid.
Theory on a woman scorned.
That's right. You don't fuck with me or my son.
The pressure campaign to release Muhammad intensified over the past several weeks, with reports of his health was deteriorating. Last month, 27 U.S. lawmakers joined a letter, urging the Trump administration to push Israel to free him. So 27 lawmakers wrote a letter to Trump. Oh, please, release him. Have him released, please, Mr. Trump. Nothing. Individual legislators, most prominently Democratic Senator Chris Van Hollen, has also been raising awareness for the case and demanding Muhammad's release. Again, the president doesn't care.
I would cut these people into little pieces.
Thursday statements
bit by bit.
Thursday statements thanked those who pushed for Muhammad's release and said the family plans to celebrate his freedom by celebrating teenager's 16th birthday belatedly, while his mother Muna is serving his favorite meal. No mother, father, parent, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, or child should ever have to go through what Muhammad just went through.
Oh, trust me. If my son did, I would cut their people who did this to him into little tiny pieces, and I would revel in the fucking torture. I will make you beg for death. So help me.
So, there you go. At least the kid is out finally, but he nearly died while in there. Like he nearly died while he was in there.
Apparently, my dad can hear me, so I'm pounding on my desk saying, "I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna fuck up Israel, Dad. Anyone who hurts Darian, whoever hurts my son, okay, you hurt my son, I'm gonna fuck you the fuck up. I don't give a fuck who you are."
We have
so that's who I'm fucking up, Israel.
So the show
or anybody.
The shows we got in 25. We fell short of 40. We got 25, which I think is the record for this show. So,
okay.
So that's not
People
bad.
want to see me topless, apparently.
Hey, Snow. I think Snow's in the chat.
Hey, Snow.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Snow. Did you hear me?
How you doing?
Did you hear me? My dad's texting me going, "Who are you yelling at?" I'm yelling at anybody who literally whoever hurts my son. You hurt my son, guess what? You're going to get fucked up beyond recognition. Foobar. You're going to be foobarred. Fucked up beyond all recognition.
So 25 likes, I think, is the most the show's ever gotten. So thank you for that support.
Hey, guys, if we get to 40 likes, I will go topless. How about that?
So we'll leave off on that good news because I can keep going with bad news, but let's leave off on that good news, though. So yeah, make sure you guys like and subscribe, like and favorite, comment, whatever we call this stuff these days. Let's see what else. Pro Wrestling Talk.
I'm sorry. Apparently, Snow wants to see me topless as well.
Well, thank you for the like. Yeah.
Okay.
But Pro Wrestling Talk is not going to be tomorrow. It's going to be Sunday because we'll be watching.
We have to watch the pay-per-view.
Finally do it this time.
Yeah, Survivor Series War Games.
I had a headache. I admit it was my fault, but I had a headache all day.
You guys are starting it at 7 Eastern, right?
Yeah, on Sunday.
7
We're going
Eastern.
on 7.
Yeah,
so
I was going to say War Games. Get ready for 2 boring War Games matches again.
Oh God, I know. And I have to work tomorrow, so I have to come home from work and.
So. The women's War Game match is good. I have no interest in. The men's one, it's like Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns are in it, so it might be a little interesting to see what happens there, But
hey, I like CM Punk. CM Punk.
Yeah.
I just like it. I don't like it how they're standing there like, well, Cody, blah blah blah. You're on my show. I'm like, oh, Punk, come on, stop making the baby faces sound like fucking heels.
I'll be back just 1 second.
Nobody wants to boo Punk, and nobody wants to boo Cody Rhodes either.
It went from 25 to 28 likes just like that. So
I told you.
Yeah.
Everybody want to see a little piece of little Mrs. Witchy.
Even A&D, we're about to wrap up here, but
hey, Andy.
Yeah. So we're at 28 likes. I'm like, oh wow, that's definitely a record there. I mean, we usually the show gets like 15 to 20 likes.
Everybody wants a little piece of Mrs. Witchy. All right.
Yeah, so we'll leave off on that good news that Mohammed Ibrahim was released from that hellhole that Israelis had him in. So I'm probably gonna clip out that rant by Witchy. That was great. That's perfectly well said, and I loved it. So.
Oh, thank you. That is, if you touch my child, guess what? You're gonna get fucked up. You're gonna be foobar.
Yeah,
that's a nice way of putting it. Oh shit. I'm sorry. Hey, again, if we get to 40 likes, Kit was like, I'll wear a kilt for, if he gets to 100K or something. Hey, I'll go topless if we get 40 likes. How about that?
Or
if we get to 40 likes, I'll go topless.
As Kid would say, come on.
We love Kid here.
Yeah. 29. What the fuck?
I told you, they all want a piece of Mrs. Witchy, all right?
Who keeps thank you for all the likes, but that's definitely like our record.
Next thing you need to do, Witchy, is join the club. You get which club I mean.
Kiss my ass club.
Yeah.
No, I just need a Mrs. Witchy club. Right?
You can get this lovely shirt here at our website, which is indienewsnow.com. You go to the shop section.
Because Because someone wants to see Mrs. Witchy topless, apparently.
I'm like, holy shit. I keep refreshing it. It's at like 29. I'm like, what? It was at 25 a few minutes ago. It's still at 29, but yeah, I mean, you can get all this shirt and all your shirts and all your INN gear at IndieNewsNow.com. I can't speak English right now.
Only Witchy.
No, you can actually find it from the Simon system.
So here's all your merch. You can get, and by the way, it's just a really comfortable shirt. I love wearing it. So.
Snow, you think I'm not going to do what Kit does? I will do it. I will go topless if we get 40 likes.
No, don't just go topless.
I got to show the whole enchilada.
Yeah. That is close. Okay, no, it's fine. Yeah, so you can get all this stuff there, all your merch. You can like, subscribe, favorite, all that good stuff. Is there something else? Oh yeah, here it is. We already got a $10 donation from I forget who right now. I'm sorry, but at the beginning of the show, Kieran, right. So you can. Here's a INN supporter wall of shame.
Woody,
oh my god!
Yoga.
I just said no. I just said wall of shame instead of fame.
Oh no! Nobody's shamed here. Everybody is famous.
Shame.
I said
shame.
Ding ding ding. But. Ding. INN supporters wall of fame. I said shame. So you want to be on here? Just get a little donation. Through Cashapp, cash.app/$Indie News Network, Kofi, Kofi.com/Indie News Network, PayPal, PayPal.me/Indie News Network. You can donate at
the with me topless.
Oh god. IndieNewsNow.com. You can donate there too, and you can sign up for a Substack membership at INNnewsletter.com or IndieMediaToday.com. There's so many ways to support INN, and I understand it. We understand it's the holidays, and you guys, you have to have money for Christmas and for Thanksgiving, but any little bit helps. Kieran gave, I think, $10 earlier, so thank you very much for that. We greatly appreciate that. We love you. And
I think wait. I think if we get to 40 likes, I go topless. At 50 or 100 likes, guess what? I come out in a slutty Santa, Mrs. Santa outfit and jiggle around. How about that? That's when we get 100 likes.
The WWE Divas used to do.
Yes. Get that like Mary Stripness or something.
All right, so
have you been naughty or nice?
So we're not gonna get to 40 this week. We're still at 29, but maybe next week because we do have to go right now. So I just wanted to get all those plugs out of the way. Pro Wrestling Talk is Sunday at 7 instead of Saturday at 8. We're gonna watch that pay-per-view. Let's see. Next week we'll do Angel in the afternoon as scheduled. Friday at 7. We'll do
Saturday. We cannot do Pro Wrestling Talk because
so that'll be Sunday too.
I'm taking my son to see Santa. And no, I'm not dressing like a stripper. Not for the real thing.
Indy says, "Get us those likes."
That's right. I gotta work my business, right? I love you, Snow. I'm not doing a Hell in a Cell. I'm not doing mud wrestling either.
What about Elimination Chamber?
Only if Snow is in one of the glass things. It'd be Snow, Angel, me, and kids.
He'll get speared by Goldberg.
Oh God!
Don't let Goldberg spear you. He'll kill you.
Oh God, yeah. Did you hear what Brett said about him?
A long time ago, yeah.
Brett, did you hear what Brett said about Shawn Michaels and Vince McMahon? And then Eric Bischoff's like, I think Brett needs a therapist. Go fuck yourself, Eric Bischoff.
Yeah, but Brett has said that plenty of times, where Shawn and Vince would spend so much time in the office together
that they thought he thought that they were gay lovers. Yeah.
Yeah. Vince has said, Brett has said that before.
Isn't there a video of Shawn twerking in front of Vince? I mean, there is. I saw it on X.
No, that was.
He's like,
I haven't thought about it.
Desk and he's like twerking in front of Vince, and I'm like, ugh.
Well, I remember when he was
with whatever tricks your trigger.
When he mocked the Undertaker's entrance, dancing with the sucking thing.
So Snow says 70 likes and mud wrestling and the Hell in a Cell. So
okay, Snow, just for you, 70 likes, mud wrestling and Hell in a Cell,
or wrestling in CCW.
Are you volunteering to be my opponent? No.
So we'll end off this week's show with the 29 likes. Maybe next week we get to 30. So check us out next week for Angel in the Afternoon at 7 o'clock Eastern. Pro Wrestling Talk Sunday at 7 for the next 2 weeks because, pay-per-view in which he has to do something with her kid. And now it's 75 likes. Okay, well, we're at 29 this week, so we're not getting to 75.
But you're my opponents, though, so I'm going to take you. I will see you in the
It's like from old school. We're going streaking.
We're going streaking.
Oh, by the way, if I have to be naked, Snow, so do you.
All right, this is a hell of a lot of fun to end the show, but we do have to go now, so I had to go to the bathroom, and I got to unhook all this crap.
And I have to go tell my dad everything's okay. I get upset
sure.
when I see that stuff about kids because, again, I'm a mom. I can't imagine my son being treated like that. And if he ever did, trust me, you would see Mrs. Witchy, you would see like a devil or a demon come out. And I don't even believe in a devil or a demon. So you would see like literally like the seas would part and everything.
No problem. Thank you, Sean, for joining us. And whoops, we're good. Love you all. Have a nice weekend, everybody.
We love you all.
Pro Wrestling Talk is Sunday at 7. Interested in checking that out. We'll be reviewing and bitching about war games because it's going to be terrible. I get the feeling.
And like
even if they have it on that free
every time William Rico does the
they
work,
will.
I'm like, oh god, here we go.
They will because they have all the pay-per-views there.
No, he already did. I'm just saying. Oh, god.
No, I'm talking to Witchy about.
Well, they didn't have the other one.
Which one?
WrestlePalooza. I didn't see that live.
Oh.
Or whatever the last one was.
Yeah. What was it? WrestlePalooza was in September. What was October's? What was it?
I'm not sure, but they didn't have it. It was because it was at like in the morning, and they just didn't.
Oh, the Australia show. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's probably
that
Crown Jewel. They didn't.
Yeah,
have
that's
that.
what it was.
Survivor Series. Yes, I'm just calling it Survivor Series. It's taking place in outside of a basketball arena this time.
Technically, it should be called Survivor Series because that was the name for years and years since '87, since we were a year old.
Now
Not
it's Survivor
you, little
Series,
brother, but me and Angel.
Now it's Survivor Series War Games. Like,
but I was saying, I'm glad that it's outside of a basketball arena this time. Now it's in a baseball/football.
Yeah, it's a baseball stadium.
I was gonna say, didn't they say they were gonna do that in San Diego? They were gonna use the San Diego Padres or whatever.
Petco Park. Yeah.
What the fuck? Like
it's a beautiful park, but
do you remember? What was it? Shea Stadium. I think AWA was in Shea Stadium, or they had that grand where everybody came together, like Grand Slam or something, and they had it outside. I think it was at Shea Stadium.
I don't remember
because the ring was in like a ballpark kind of thing. It looked like it was just a ballpark. I don't know if it was Shea Stadium or if it was something.
I know Vince Sr. used to run shows at Shea Stadium all the time. That's when Hogan and Andre had their first match, or one of their first matches.
I still can't get my head wrapped around that WrestleMania 43 is going to be in Saudi Arabia.
I can. The Saudi would like to suck a lot of dick.
Saudi Arabia, but still.
WrestleMania 4. So next year's WrestleMania is in Vegas, but the year after in 2027.
Yeah, the real in 2027. Yeah, and 2028. I think. Didn't they get a 2-year deal?
No way. It's going to be in Saudi Arabia also.
I think. That's what I thought.
I would have to double check that because I don't know about 28.
And WrestleMania has lost all its importance.
I mean, they made it 2 nights. They even made SummerSlam 2 nights. WrestleMania was only 1 night, and it was just a bunch of stars that whoever they had. I think the best WrestleManias were 5, 6, 7, and 9. No, not 9.
Not 17.
No, not 9.
No.
The rest of WrestleManias were 5, 6, 7, 14, and 15.
But what about WrestleMania 17? That's not one of your favorites?
That was a great show though.
No, I didn't see after that.
You
I wasn't
remember what
watching
happened
much
at
of
the
that.
end of WrestleMania 17, right, Steph?
The Stone Cold turning?
Yeah.
Or was that 18?
No, 17.
Not 17.
That was 17.
18 was
Yeah,
when
I don't.
Stone Cold fought against.
To me, that
Scott
just
Hall.
seems so stupid. And I know it was Austin's idea, but
Yeah,
it
it was
seems
his
so
idea.
stupid for him to turn and go with Vince McMahon when he had been against Vince McMahon all that time.
Yeah, but Steve.
But it was
Vince,
a great shocker to end it.
Yeah, that story.
Well, yeah,
the story
he wanted
behind
that.
that.
Vince wanted that.
The story behind that was Steve wanted to turn heel because he thought he was going stale, and Vince
Yeah, and he wasn't.
JR was like, that's terrible. We can't let him do that, Vince. Vince was like, we owe it to Steve to try because he did so much for the company.
I mean,
He did so much.
What it is,
Someone tell me this isn't happening.
And,
Max, you missed it. Yes.
and that was also the night where I don't know if people don't know the story, but
I liked WrestleMania 9, but only because it was Kurt and Luger. And of course, Kurt ribbed Luger and said,
That was the
I
night-
forgot our match.
WrestleMania 17 was the night where Tommy Dreamer nearly murdered Paul Heyman.
For real. Yeah.
Yeah, on air.
Yeah.
Because at the time, it was Texas, so you were allowed to take guns into the stadium. So
Right.
Tommy had a plan to murder Paul Heyman live on television.
And then
on
himself.
pay-per-view. Yeah. Luckily, JR called him like, hey, look, man, we're thinking about you. You got a job after WrestleMania, so everything's good. Don't worry. I think JR knew, like, Tommy's in trouble, man. He's not doing well, so let me just call him.
He wasn't right in the head, yeah.
Yeah. So it's 9:30. I've been wrapping up for 30 minutes now. We're still here. So
We're just shooting the shit,
Yeah,
and you're right, Max. You missed it. There's talk of me going topless if we get to 40 likes.
Yeah, so we'll end this week with 29 likes, but hopefully next year we'll get to 30. Oh God. All right, so thank you very much for watching, everybody. I love you guys all. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'm really going this time because we're also not. We keep talking. We'll keep talking. Have a nice weekend. See you Sunday for Wrestling Talk.